and woman. Please be aware of Satan. He does come in every direction to kill and to destroy everyone. So I say, Satan is a part of the sinking sun.
Sinking sun, sinking sun.
And he is the captain of the sinking boat.
Sinking boat, sinking boat.
But when it turn over, he cannot float.
Cannot float,
No.
cannot float.
When it turn over, he cannot float.
Cannot float,
Lord.
cannot float.
I say, Satan is a part of the sinking sun.
Sinking sun, sinking sun.
And he is the captain of the sinking boat.
Sinking boat,
Yes.
sinking boat.
But when it turn over, he cannot float.
Cannot
No,
float,
I
cannot
say,
float.
when it turn over, he cannot float.
Cannot float,
No.
cannot float.
Listen to me, every Christian. Don't turn your back on the Almighty One. I say, Satan don't choose no religion. Listen to me while I sing this song, because Satan is a part of the sinking sun,
Sinking sun, sinking sun.
and he is the captain of the sinking boat.
Sinking boat, sinking boat.
When it turn over, he cannot float.
Cannot
No.
float, cannot float.
When it turn over, he cannot float.
Cannot float, cannot float.
No lie, no lie. Yes, and Christ is a never I stand. Me I tell you right now, me not scared of Satan. Christian, staying at the narrow road. Yes, that's the only hope God could save your soul. So I say, Satan is a part of the sinking sun,
Sinking sun, sinking sun.
and he is the captain of the sinking boat.
Sinking boat, sinking boat.
When it turn over, he cannot float.
Cannot
I
float,
say,
cannot float.
when it turn over, he cannot float.
Cannot float,
Yes,
cannot float.
Satan is a part of the sinking sun,
Sinking sun, sinking sun.
and he is the captain of the sinking boat.
Sinking boat, sinking boat.
Well, when it turn over, he cannot float.
Cannot float, cannot float.
When it turn over, he cannot float. I
Cannot
ain't
float,
ready.
cannot float.
Satan is a part of the sinking sun,
Sinking sun, sinking sun.
and he is the captain of the sinking boat.
Sinking boat, sinking boat.
Well, when it turn over, he cannot float.
Cannot
I
float,
say,
cannot float.
when it turn over, he cannot float.
Cannot float, cannot float.
Satan is a part of the sinking sun. Satan is the captain of the sinking boat. When it turn over, he cannot float. When it turn over, he cannot float. The part of the sinking sun, and he is the captain of the sinking boat. When it turn over, he cannot float. When it turn over, he cannot float. Float. When it turn over, he cannot float. And he is great. Float. When it turn over, he cannot float. Float. When it turn over, he cannot float. Would you be on that boat when it turn over and can't float? Would you be on that boat when it turn over and can't float? Would you be on that boat when it turn over and can't float? Would you be on that boat? Hey, 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 hey. Because I gotta pray to you for love, cause no, I don't know what to do. Even some matter going astray, oh Lord, they leading the members the wrong way. They are one foot in the water,
One foot on the sun,
they are one foot in the water,
one foot on the sun.
they are one foot in the church and one foot in the water. They are one foot in the water,
One foot on the sun,
they are one foot in the water.
one foot on the sun.
They are one foot in the church and one foot Jesus Christ is the only way. They are one foot in the water,
one foot on the sun,
they are one foot in the water,
one foot on the sun,
they are one foot in the church, and
one foot in the world,
they are one foot in the water,
one foot on the sun,
they are one foot in the water,
one foot on the sun,
they are one foot in the church, and
one foot in the world.
no lie, no lie. Well, like the whole world going astray. Oh, we feel like we have to pray more and more each day. We need more like Daniel. We need more like Moses to help show us the way. They are one foot in the water.
One foot on the sun,
They are one foot in the water.
one foot on the sun,
They are one foot in the church. And
one foot in the world,
they are one foot in the water.
one foot on the sun,
They are one foot in the water.
one foot on the sun,
They are one foot in the church. And
one foot in the world,
they are one foot in the water. No lie,
one foot on
no
the sun,
lie. They are one foot in the church. And
one foot in the world.
they are one foot in the water.
One foot on the sun,
They are one foot in the water.
one foot on the sun,
They are one foot in the church. And
one foot in the world,
they are one foot in the water.
one foot on the sun,
They are one foot in the water.
one foot on the sun,
They are one foot in the church. And
one foot in the world.
ding dang dang ding. Oh yes. Ding dang dang dang. Yes. Last night I was praying to the Almighty, thanking Him for everything that He done for me. Down on my knees, begging Him please, praying for my enemy, friends and family. Over me last night, yes, Jesus pour His blessing over me last night. Over me last night, I say, Jesus pour His blessing over me last night. Well, it captured my body, my heart and my soul.
Jesus pour His blessing over me last night. Over me last night.
Yeah.
Over me last night.
I say,
Jesus pour His blessing over me last night.
ding dang dang dang, yes. Ding dang dang dang, yes. My broken bones, He made them whole.
Jesus pour His blessing over me last night.
He captured my body, my heart and my soul.
Jesus pour His blessing over me last night.
Over me last night, over me last night, I say,
Jesus pour His blessing over me last night.
over me last night, yeah.
Jesus pour His blessing over me last night.
Well, it captured my body, my heart and my soul. Jesus pour His blessing over me last night. Over me last night, I say, Jesus pour His blessing over me last night.
Over me last night. Over me last night.
Yeah.
Jesus pour His blessing over me last
me last night, over me last night. Yeah, Jesus poured his blessing over me last night, over me last night, over me last night. I say, Jesus poured his blessing over me last night. Well, it touched my body, my heart and my soul. Over me last night, yeah. Over me last night. I say, Jesus poured his blessing over me last night, over me last night, over me last night. Yeah. Jesus poured his blessing over me last night.
Make us one, Father, Spirit, Son.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines International Prayer Line presents The Oneness of God. Tune in on Nice Radio every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., where we expound on the Word of God. Tune in and be blessed.
We wanna be just like you. Make us one, Father, Spirit, Son. We wanna be just like you.
This is Kingdom Conquest, the international and apostolic voice of the Reverend Ronald Bailey, calling us back to the message and the mission of Jesus Christ, the apostles' doctrine, and the early church, calling everyone into the kingdom of the Almighty God.
The program Kingdom Conquest is being heard every first and third Monday, 8 to 9 p.m. on Nice Radio with Reverend Ron Bailey out of New York.
The Wailing Woman Ministry of SVG invites you to join us every Saturday morning from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. right here on Nice Radio as we pray for the nation, churches, families, youths, elderly, and salvation of souls. For your prayer request, call 4565967 or 718-734-5615. For further information or prayer, the Wailing Woman Ministry can be contacted at 455-2166. That's 455-2166. It's the Wailing Woman Ministry SPG right here on Nice Radio every Saturday morning, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Send your contributions to Wailing Woman St. Vincent, P.O. Box 1765, Kingstown, St. Vincent.
Morning Joy. Time for food for the soul. Hallelujah. We start our day right by praising the Lord in gospel song. From the wee hours of the morning to 6:30 a.m. Early morning joy.
I was carrying a heavy burden, carrying a heavy load, weary and frustrated, but Jesus, He lightened that load. I was carrying a heavy burden.
I was carrying a heavy burden, I was carrying a heavy load, but Jesus lightened that load. It's Rolford and Chanel Morris. They live in Florida. They're from Lomans, Windward area. And you listen to Nice Radio's Morning Joy every morning on the Nice. We got Breakfast with God in a moment time. Stay tuned. All right.
Save by grace, save in the arms of Jesus, save in the arms of God.
Saved by grace. It is time for me to let you know where the reading is going to come from for this morning's Breakfast with God that comes to you Mondays to Fridays. I'm Dougie Freitas with you on your nice station. 2% radio, 98% love. National interactive concern and enlightening. The first reading would come from Isaiah 49, 1 to 6. Isaiah 49, verses 1 to 6. The responsorial psalm is Psalm 139, verses 1 to 3, then 13 to 15. Psalm 139, verses 1 to 3, then 13 to 15. The second reading is from Acts 13, 22 to 26. Acts 13, 22 to 26. The Alleluia verse is from Luke 1, 76. Luke 1, 76. The Gospel today is from Luke 1, 57 to 66 and 80. Luke 1, 57 to 66 and 80. Stay tuned to Nice.
In the arms of God, safe in the arms of Jesus, safe by grace, safe in the arms of Jesus, safe in the arms of God, safe in the arms of Jesus. Saved by grace.
As we present to you Breakfast with God that comes to you Mondays to Fridays, I'm Dougie Freitas with you on your nice station, 2% radio, 98% love, national interactive concern and enlightening. Today the church celebrate the solemnity of the nativity of St. John the Baptist. Okay, that's what the church celebrate today. And I have somebody who used to work with me years and been sick for a while and been battling. Lovina Mayes, she lost a partner the other day, Nancy. And she's in the hospital. I was told last evening she's in the hospital. So I bring her before the throne of grace and mercy and ask God to really, really do a miracle. So I pray God that things would work out. To her daughter, Shani, who has been battling with a lot of things, I pray God give her strength. Starting in Isaiah 49, verses 1 to 6. Hear me, O coastlands, listen, O distant peoples. The Lord called me from birth. From my mother's womb, he gave me my name. He made me a sharp-edged sword and concealed me in the shadow of his arm. He made me a polished arrow. In his quiver he hid me. You are my servant, he said to me, Israel, through whom I show my glory. Though I thought I had toiled in vain and for nothing, uselessly spent my strength, yet my reward is with the Lord, my recompense is with my God. For now the Lord has spoken, who formed me as his servant from the womb, that Jacob may be brought back to him, and Israel gathered to him. And I am made glorious in the sight of the Lord, and my God is now my strength. It is too little, he says, for you to be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob and restore the survivors of Israel. I will make you a light to the nations, that my salvation may reach to the ends of the earth. The responsorial psalm is Psalm 139, verses 1 to 3, then 13 to 15. And the response is, I praise you, for I am wonderfully made. I praise you, for I am wonderfully made. O Lord, you have probed me, you know me. You know when I sit and when I stand, you understand my thoughts from afar. My journeys and my rest you scrutinize. With all my ways you are familiar. I praise you, for I am wonderfully made. Truly you have formed my innermost being. You knit me in my mother's womb. I give you thanks that I am faithfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. I praise you, for I am wonderfully made. My soul also knew full well, nor was my frame unknown to you, when I was made in secret, when I was fashioned in the depths of the earth. I praise you, for I am wonderfully made. The second reading is from Acts 13:22 to 26. In those days, Paul said, God raised up David as king. Of him God testified, I have found David, son of Jesse, a man after my own heart. He will carry out my every wish. From this man's descendants, God, according to his promise, has brought to Israel a Savior, Jesus. But John heralded his coming by proclaiming a baptism of repentance to all the people of Israel. And as John was completing his course, he would say, What do you suppose that I am? I am not he. Behold, one is coming after me. I am not worthy to unfasten the sandals of his feet. My brothers, sons of family of Abraham, and those others among you who are God-fearing, to us this word of salvation has been sent. Alleluia, alleluia. You, child, will be called a prophet of the Most High. You will go forth before the Lord and prepare his way. Alleluia, alleluia. Luke 1:76. The gospel is from Luke 1:57 to 66 and verse 80. It reads, When the time had arrived for Elizabeth to have her child, she gave birth to a son. Her neighbors and relatives heard that the Lord had shown great mercy towards her, and they rejoiced with her. When they came on the 8th day to circumcise the child, they were going to call him Zachariah after his father. But his mother said in reply, No, he will be called John. But they answered her, There is no one among your relatives who has this name. So they made signs asking his father that what he wished him to be called. He asked for a tablet and wrote, John is his name. And they were all amazed. Immediately his mouth was open, his tongue freed, and he spoke, blessing God. Then fear come upon all his neighbors, and all these matters were discussed throughout the hillside of Judea. And all who heard these things took them to heart, saying, What then will this child be? For surely the hand of the Lord was with him. The child grew and became strong in spirit, and he was in the desert until the day of his manifestation to Israel. That is the word of God. On Breakfast with God, we continue in a moment. Stay tuned to Nice Radio. 96.7, 101.3, 90.3 FM in your dial.
The enemy, rise up in victory. The enemy, children of the Lord, arise. Every day, children of the Lord, arise. Rise up in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name, children of the Lord, arise. Everybody rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Children of the Lord, arise. We're gonna rise up in victory.
Yes, you got to rise up in victory as we continue with Breakfast with God. And as I say, my intention today is for Lavina, who is sick in the hospital. So I pray that she would rise up in victory and overcome her serious situation. And may God grant her all of that. The Lord called me, Isaiah 49:1. You see, today we celebrate the birth of a great hero, John the Baptist. Some say John the Baptizer. The herald of the Messiah. Unlike the ancient Roman heralds, John didn't travel the land announcing the royal proclamations or engaging in diplomacy. Rather, he remained on the outskirts in the desert of Judea where the people flocked to him. And instead of speaking for Herod the king, he spoke against him, calling him to repent. Luke 3:19. Still, John was the perfect herald because he spoke for the Lord. He called the entire people of Israel to prepare for the arrival of their true king in Mark 1:2-4. He engaged with people from all walks of life and explained what it would look like for them to repent in Luke 3:10-14. And like a faithful herald, he knew that he was only a messenger. The one who was heralding was the one the one who was on the horizon to come. John 3:22-30. You see, Our own baptism calls us to herald Jesus, to be a herald of Jesus, just as John was. That means that today's first reading applies to each and every one as much as it applied to him. The Lord has spoken, who formed us as servants from the womb, as he did for John and spoke of through Isaiah 49:5. God has formed each and every person and each and every one of us who we are, and he has called us to announce the presence of his son Jesus. So how can we be a herald of the Lord? Consider the day ahead of you. Picture the people you are likely to encounter today. Will you have any opportunities to share your faith with them through your words or your witness? Ask the Spirit to present in your conversations with them. Maybe to spark a deeper hunger for Christ in them, or to open the door that you might be able to walk through them. Then, as you interact with people, remember what you asked the Lord to help you to do. As you stay alert to the Spirit, you will see a sense of guidance and his guidance. Whether you are heading into a stressful meeting, running errands, or managing family responsibilities, you can have confidence that God has called you to be his herald. Even if Jesus coming into those interactions is quiet or hidden, it is no less momentous. So take inspiration from John the Baptist and embrace your mission today. Jesus, help us to be your herald today, and help us to rise up and give you thanks and praise and proclaim your name. And that's Breakfast with God on Nice Radio. I'm Dougie the Freitas with you on your Nice station. 2% radio, 98% love. National interactive concern and enlightenment.
Even in the grave, he is Lord. My soul magnifies the Lord, and my spirit praise his name. Even death could not hold him captive. Even in the grave, he is Lord.
Dougie, I love getting up with you in the morning.
Dougie? Who's Dougie?
You know, Dougie the Freitas from Nice Radio.
Oh, okay then. Well, let's get up and get in gear.
Oh no, not before you give me that kiss on the back of my neck.
In Gear, our early morning show, brought to you Monday to Friday on Nice Radio by Douglas the Freitas. In Gear, Monday to Friday from 6:35 in the morning to 9 o'clock. 2.5 hours of early morning wake-up action. Don't miss it, Monday to Friday, In Gear on Nice Radio.
I want to tell you, don't rev it so hard so early in the morning. You're going to blow that engine. Be good, be kind, and be careful to your vehicle. If you want it to take care of you, you got to take care of it. Nice Radio for nice people. This is the In Gear Show on Nice Radio.
I passed by a brethren the other day. If you see he plays rat and cockroach racing, mosquito fighting one another for come knee in your ears, and the amount of woodlights I see, I had to wonder if them been in the wood with no attack and build the ark. I said, bye, call Flick.
For the eradication of pests, Flick is your answer. Before and after construction of your domestic and commercial buildings, Flick uses environmentally safe chemicals and keep washrooms fresh with the Aroma Odor Control and the FemCare Sanitary Disposal Systems. Call Flick Pest Control today at 457-1857 or click www.flickpestcontrol.com.
Bowman's Pharmacy, why choose us? We have all the prescriptions and over-the-counter medications, personal care products, lowest price guaranteed. Located conveniently next to the Bank of SVG on Grenville Street. Opening hours Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Email us bowmanpharmacy@yahoo.com. Call us today at 456-2235 or 593-3918. Bowman's Pharmacy, easy to find and ready to serve you.
St. Vincent, get ready to turn up the heat this Vincy Mass with rum and rhythm.
This is how we live forever.
The ultimate kickoff party happening next Friday at Victoria Park. We're bringing the vibes with a high energy fest zone. Crazy drink specials on all your favorite brands. Non-stop entertainment from top artists and DJs who will keep the place pumping all night long.
No sleeping, no sleep.
There'll be tokens for patrons, gate prizes, and loads of giveaways. You already know it is more than just a party. We're giving the hottest carnival. Don't miss the epic DJ showdown, where the best in the game brings the heat with Raga and Soca. Early bird tickets are $30. So lock yours in now and get ready for a night of full vibes. Rum and rhythm next Friday at Victoria Park. Be there.
Since 2012, we have provided reliable, professional dialysis services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are now proud to offer you new solutions for your health problems. Each new solution is being delivered to you with the same high degree of care and professionalism. We also use the best technology in the delivery of our services. So, does your doctor need a precise view of what's happening inside your body? Let us perform an ultrasound for you. Ladies, if it's your breasts, then choose our mammography service. For all issues related to men and women's health at any stage in your life, our team can perform the necessary investigations to put your mind at ease and recommend solutions for your problems. If it's to see within your chest or check for broken bones and fractures, then use our state-of-the-art U-Arm X-ray service. For you aging men and women, we can now check your bone density, which will reduce any complications that may arise with overall bone health, osteoporosis, or arthritis. Health Solutions will provide answers and results in a timely, accurate manner in the most comfortable environment, while you are taken care of by well-trained and experienced staff. Please call us today at 451-2836 or 434-3170, or visit us online at healthsolutionsSVG.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Health Solutions, where we are providing solutions in SVG with care.
Pleasant good morning to those who are now joining us. 6:45 is the time. How are you this morning? I want you that no matter what you do, whether you agree or you disagree vehemently on a matter or point, be it family, social, religious, or political, to do it in love, because love is God, love is of God, love conquers all. Wanted to have a nice day today, a great day, most wonderful day, ladies. Keep sugar jealous. Want to remind you that this morning at 8:35, Dr. Kishore Shallow will be my guest on Nice Radio here. So you can listen up. You can listen up on the Nice Radio YouTube channel, Facebook, niceradio.info, directly into us here on TuneIn Radio, Radio Garden, the Flowbox 782. Terrestrial radio, as you know, is 90.3, 96.7, and 101.3 FM on your dial. Dr. Shallow will be in. We'll speak about a lot of things. So I think you need to listen up and to have a full perspective of many things that need to be discussed. I want to reflect yesterday on something in Parliament. Two things. So Camila Gonzalez said that it was not an investment from NIS. It was a loan. Remember originally when they brought this proposal about the Holiday Inn Express, they said, the Unity Labour Party government said that they were investing the monies for us. Mr. Eustace objected profusely. And so they may have changed it now to a loan. But it originally was not that. They wanted it because of the outcry of the opposition and other commentators in the airwaves who cried down because the NIS is in trouble. They put the NIS in trouble. So they may have corrected that. The jury is still out because sometimes I'm afraid to hear and believe sometimes the things that they say. But so if they corrected that, then it means that they knew that they were doing something wrong. Remember, we spoke to that thing year after year. So when it materialized, so he's trying to throw words. Secondly, there's a difference, and I spoke about that last night when the PSU was in their program. There's a difference, a big difference about seeking permission to borrow money, a difference of spending money without permission. There's a big difference of seeking in Parliament permission to borrow money so that you could take care of government business. But having seek permission to borrow money, you're supposed to seek an appropriation of that money to spend that money. And supposed to say where you're spending that money. And that's what Leacock was speaking to when he challenged them yesterday. Why are you continuously coming in the parliament after the fact? Why are you spending money without permission? And they know they are lying through their teeth. And he is trying to tell Leacock something since 2009, or I can't remember what date it is, about other receipts. Mr. Eustace, when they started with this other receipts, they had $5 million. When Eustace said they got none. The next year, they had another $5 million. They got none. Then they had another $5 million. They got one. Then they get 10 million and they spend one. And so it keep going. And now you reach 262 and you only get $1 million. So you're in a deficit. And the country is in a mess because you don't have the monies, because you have mismanaged the country. Yes, there have been some improvement in overnight, and obviously that is it. Why would you invest into an airport, an international airport, if you don't expect to improve stayover visitors? Then you shouldn't build the airport at all if you expected less than. But I am saying because you had little or no, you had at least $100 million less than from 2009 until 2019 in tourism generation. It means that you have to catch up and then you go from there and you add on. So if we used to have 30,000 overnight visitors up to 2000, and I'm just giving a figure, that's not what it is, up to 2009, 2010. And then it went down from then to say 20,000. Then you have to wait until you get back to 30,000 and then say that you have growth, because what you have was a movement from downwards from 30,000 to 20,000, and then you had a movement back up to 30,000, and from then you start to say that is my growth benchmark. So until you had reached that, so I have to look back at all the figures and see. But it's my understanding, and we know and we can see it, there are people coming and staying, more people, because you have Sanders, you have the airlines running, and so you have more people. But don't try to fool people. And we want tourism to do it well, because we want people to, but we want agriculture to be as vibrant also.
St. Vincent Jewelry has been operating since 1989. The owners have 53 years of experience both in St. Vincent and the USA. At St. Vincent Jewelry, we have jewelry for every occasion. Come in today and experience our selection of fine jewelry, perfect for every budget and every style. Whether it's a delicate ring, a timeless necklace, or a pair of dazzling earrings, St. Vincent Jewelry is the place for you. Visit us today. We are located on the ground floor of the Caress building or call us at 457-9111. Shop local. St. Vincent Jewelry Limited for every occasion. We are also located in the E.T. Joshua Mall in Annisville.
Let's get your laundry clean and fresh with the widest range of washing machines and dryers in SVG. At Singer, choose between our West Point and Speed Queen brands with an array of washing machines with payments starting as low as $92 per month. Your laundry room wouldn't be complete without a Whirlpool or Speed Queen electric or gas-operated dryer, saving your energy consumption. Also in stock is our West Point washer-dryer combo for only $136 per month. One machine that does the work of two. No need to change machines, just toss in your laundry and forget about it. Whether your preference in machines is top-loading or front-loading, whether you want a 9 kilogram or a larger 15 kilogram washer, whether you're looking for a gas or electric dryer, we've got it all at Singer. Visit us today and get the washing machine and dryer that's perfect for you. Singer, your family company.
Flo's prepaid customers can now unlock big bonus rewards like bonus data, prizes, and more every time you activate a 3-day prepaid plan or launcher. Activate a plan, then scratch to reveal your bonus data. Plus, get points for extra prizes. The more you activate, the more bonus data and prizes you can win. Get in on the big bonus rewards when you activate a prepaid plan. Dial *129# or visit topupflow.com to activate a plan today.
Nice Radio's birthday celebration package is brought to you with the compliments of the following.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good, that good. When you shop at Massy Stores, that good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family. Welcome to Subway, where you can always have it your way. My name is Stacy. What can I make for you?
Hey, Stacy. I'll have a chicken teriyaki salad. All veggies, please. And for my daughter, Naomi, a pizza. Naomi, what would you like to have on your pizza?
Pepperoni bacon.
They've got tomatoes as well.
Pepperoni bacon.
What about some fresh onions, corn, pineapple?
Pepperoni bacon.
Naomi, you can also have olives, jalapeno, extra meat.
Nope, pepperoni bacon.
Stacy, can I have one chicken teriyaki salad, all veggies, please, and a pizza with pepperoni and bacon?
You can have it your way.
Come into our uptown or downtown location today or order on your favorite delivery app. Subway, have it your way.
The birthday winner of the week will receive a $20 gift voucher from Massy Stores, a $20 meal voucher from Subway, and free IPTV for 1 month from Vinci Stream.
And I tell you what, charity begins at home. Right here and Nice Radio, we got Lady Gypsy Lavon Phillips celebrating today. And a lot of people already wishing her happy birthday. And we have a WhatsApp on that also. Pleasant good morning to you, Mr. D. Would like to extend special birthday greetings to Lavon Gypsy Phillips. These greetings are coming from her adopted mom, Roslyn, and Daddy Lance in Montreal, Canada. Much love always. Somebody on the line, good morning.
Good morning, my love. Good morning. I like to extend greetings to Gypsy also. She's my friend. I do hope and trust you have a wonderful and a blessed day. And today our radio station also celebrating 27 years. And we give God praise and thanks. I'm sending out back birthday greetings to my sister-in-law, Minita Best of Old Montrose. She's celebrating today from her children, Benny.
What's her name? Melita?
Minita.
Oh, yeah.
Minita Best. Well, she's a Phillips too, but she's more Kerry Best. She lives at more Old Montrose from her children, Benny, Savvy, and Shannon. Her in-law, Vilita Phillips. Also her grandchildren, Sister Jocelyn and Noreen. remember wishing her all the best today, and myself, Mrs. West, or sister-in-law. I do want to see have a wonderful and a blessed day today, and that God will continue to guide and protect and strengthen her. Also to Major, my sweetheart, he also will be celebrating tomorrow in the will of the Lord. I have to big him up back tomorrow. He's my honey. I do hope and trust.
I ain't putting them in the list until tomorrow. Him and Natalie celebrating
I
tomorrow.
do hope and trust. Well, let me leave that there right now. And you have my husband's do have a enjoyable day. Love you, Dougie, my brother and his wife. Thank you.
Okay, God bless. All right. Nice radio for nice people. 2% radio, 98% love. Otis Dorset is celebrating today. I hope you have a nice day today. Denzel Backus, the St. Vincent jewelry man. You know Denzel Backus, he's a guitarist who loves to play blues music. He lives at Villa. Lorna Peter is celebrating, and Jamie Ellis, Linnell Ellis, she's in Canada. She's a friend, daughter of my very good friend Lionel Ellis, and she's celebrating today in Canada. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Douglas.
Hey, Pasai.
I want to say happy birthday to that beautiful gypsy lady.
Yeah.
We're celebrating her birthday today.
Yeah.
I want to wish God continuous blessing, happiness, and prosperity. Don't let you get in any kisses to the back of the neck.
Well, you got to ask her that when she come on the radio this afternoon.
I'm really sure, but she really is.
Ask her that when she come on the radio this
I
afternoon.
will do that.
Yeah, better have.
Yes. So just have a blessing, a wonderful day today, my dear. Love you.
All right. Okay, Pussy. Nice radio for nice people. 2% radio, 98% love. Noel Clark in Florida. Not Pastor Noel who passed away. This is not a Noel Clark. He lives in Florida, in Miami, Orlando area. Let's see. Luan Jackson in the USA. That's she's from up there, but she married to Jackson, which is a family of mine. She's celebrating today. Nicole Williams of Nicole Shoe Store. She has Nicole Williams Shoe Store, Nicole Kids Store, the Kids Store. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Dougie.
How are you, Carmen?
Nice, great, and wonderful. And happy.
Tell me.
I'd just like to send out happy birthday to Gypsy,
okay.
I wish her all the best, but we'll talk today.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Right, okay. So, Gypsy, you get lots of calls today. Alan Doyle in San Souci celebrating. Alan Doyle and Monicia Smith in Chateaubelair. Monicia, I hope you have a nice day. Monicia Smith. You mix up. Cleda Nichols in the USA. Now we have Benita Best of Old Montrose. Well, I am putting them on the list because they're celebrating tomorrow. That will be Natalie, Angel of the Morning, and Major Sinclair Leacock. They'll be celebrating. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you this morning?
Nice, great, wonderful.
And sweet.
I think so, I don't sure.
Nay.
Yes.
Yeah. Where was you know? Boss,
I
he
just
called.
called to wish Gypsy happy birthday and wish you all the best for the day. Everything nice.
I thought just calling to tell Posey you love him. Still.
He not call and say nothing to me, so me have nothing to say to him. I want to tell Big Youth good morning and hello and have a happy day.
I love him still. You like the Commodores. All
the love can't do, you know. But me don't want to take the big stone after he messed
don't make Julian, is it? Okay.
No.
Okay. All right.
I wish you all the best and help you to write the God. Don't friend the God.
Julian is a commerce man, so leave you alone. Anyway, I gotta go. I got one more call.
All right.
Okay. Last caller, WhatsApp caller. Good morning, WhatsApp caller.
Good morning, Dougie.
Yeah, who's that?
Maria.
Yeah. You're the West Side Story.
I know that.
And you're down the West Side anyway. You're in West Kingston.
All the time.
Who's celebrating?
Yeah. Gypsy. My girl Gypsy.
Your girl Gypsy.
Yeah, happy birthday to Gypsy. May she live to see many and many more happy birthdays to come.
You give me plenty trouble, you know. I think she's in trouble, man. Trouble for days.
That's my girl, man.
All right. Okay, then.
Okay, good.
So that's it. I gotta go. I'm running late. The gypsy make me run late. We gotta go pay some bills, bring in the news and sports.
Before the big trucks roll out, before the bands hit the road, it's the biggest week of fun for the young stars of Vincy Mas. Saturday, June 28th from 11 a.m. A Kids Wonderland awaits at the Junior Carnival Kids Fun Fiesta at Victoria Park, featuring a mini Coney Island with bouncing castles, go-karts, water slides, trampolines, face painting, and more. Then at 1 p.m., the young kings and queens bring color and creativity and compete for Junior King and Queen crowns. Kids $10, adults $15. Tuesday, July 1st. Watch the next generation of Calypsonians and soca stars as they compete from 4 p.m. for the Junior Calypso and Soca Monarch crown. Children $10, adults $20. 2 events, one magical experience. Junior Carnival on June 28th. Junior Calypso and Soca on July 1st. Victoria Park.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Nice Radio's news highlights is coming to you with the compliments of the following.
Building construction and maintenance presents its complications. Lane's Home Vision is your agent of support and solution. From conceptualizing to execution and completion, we will manage your project at no cost to you and can undertake any job. From small repairs to general renovation and full construction.
Contact us now at 784-493-3411 for your consultation and hear about our exciting offers awaiting you.
Good day. Listen to Nice Radio's news and sports. Dougie the Freitas presenting the issue of capital revenue shortfalls highlighted in the audit report took center stage in Parliament. Opposition member, the Major Sinclair Leacock, questioned Finance Minister on the credibility of the budget. This is a response from a question from Leacock.
About what the status of budgeting credibility was 20 years ago. But I can state again that this government, in the year that he's referring, raised 70% of its revenue and spent 60% of its capital budget, Madam Speaker. I want to point out again, because I don't know if it's being captured in this conversation. The honorable member's quotation about credibility refers specifically to the issue of capital expenditure, but he attempts to contort it to the issue of capital revenue, which is different from capital expenditure, and then further subdivide it to the issue of capital receipts. We have had this conversation, Madam Speaker, multiple times during the budgeting process. We have this conversation every year. The honorable member and I have a disagreement fundamentally about how capital receipts are treated once they come in and what column they're placed in. And I tell him over and over again that his concept, his accounting concept of what's taking place here is incorrect. But beyond that, to say that capital expenditure is directly connected to budget credibility, and then try to cite capital revenue, which is different from what Director Snag raised, and then further say not capital revenue, forget that, because I know you're spending 70, you're raising 70%. Let me look at this one single line item here. That is not a matter that goes to credibility, Madam Speaker. You can always find a line or two of a budget.
Leakak was given the information that there were only $1 million of $265 million appropriated and under other receipts. But he followed up and emphasized his concerns focus on the significant shortfall.
That's the point. That's the point. And the fact is that over the period between Mr. Stagg's presentation and today, you have been short by $2 billion. You need to stop it because you are not providing the finances that you are making believe, and for which the private sector are dependent upon you. And I'm finished with that. But that's not a supplement. And let me complete this. I'm the accountant here, not you.
And in response to a question posed by the opposition leader, the Honorable Dr. Godwin Friday, Minister of Agriculture, had this to say.
I like the question. I like the question because sometimes we, in our assessment of what is taking place, we place it totally at the feet of the budget, but we do so not within the context of the constraints and the impact that we are facing. But I'm certain that those persons who are listening are aware, and I did not even deal with the impact of the Sagassum seaweed also impacting on the OWIA facility. The fisheries centers were heavily impacted by the eruptions of La Soufrière volcano in April 2021 and further impacted by the passage of Hurricane Beryl in July 2024. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines has received financing from the World Bank under the Volcanic Eruption Emergency Project, VEEP, to support the implementation of a variety of emergency response activities for both the Chateaubriand and OWIA fisheries centers. And we must also note that these are located in the red zone. The consulting firm Stewart Engineering has been contracted to complete the design and costing for the rehabilitation work of the facilities. The firm has submitted their final design report.
Dr. Friday was asking the question, what is the reason for the poor state of these facilities? Well, Minister of Housing, Informal Human Settlement, Youth and Sports, Aranda, provided an update on the housing situation in the southern Grenadines.
We, through the Chief Surveyor's Office, first we had to identify whether there were available government lands before we can move forward with purchasing. And in Union, and I'm sure the Honorable Member would be happy for this information, the Office of the Chief Surveyor, they were able to identify 7 lots at Bajan Corner and another 14 lots in Ashton above the old police station close to the water catchment, bringing this to a total of 21 lots. So we have identified thus far some suitable lands, and as we speak, the Chief Surveyor and his team they're in Union Island today, finalizing the designs so that we can move swiftly.
Sir Randy Brewster. Well, they had held questions in the Parliament, and Sinclair Jimmy Prince, who is the Minister, extended congratulations to all students who wrote the CPA examinations.
Honorable members, I rise to briefly express how happy we on this side are with the results of the recent CPA examinations here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Of course, at some point, we'll be doing some greater detail in terms of our congratulatory messages. But I'd just like to say that we congratulate all 1,470 students who took the examinations this year. We had 87.3% passes, and just a little bit down from 87.6 last year.
That's Jimmy Prince. The St. Vincent and Grenadines Teachers Union congratulates all the students and teachers, parents, guardians for the success of the CPA as a release by the Examination Council through the Ministry of Education. Well, we move to the Carnival situation. The CEO of Carnival Development Corporation, Rodney Small, announced several changes to the Carnival celebrations, and he spoke about the issue of the Raga Soca results.
What we have done, we've seen a lot of entries, and it has been very intense. Prelims, very intense. Semis. And from the prelims, the CDC and the board of directors, we made some additions to the number of semifinalists who went forward. So we added 2 in Raga and we added 2 in Soca because we want to continue to provide that avenue for our artists. And for the finals, we did the same thing. This year, right? So it's 10-1 for Raga and a reserve, right? So that is 12 artists. And then 12-1 for Power and a reserve, which is 14 artists. So in all, 26 artists will be going to the finals. So for Raga Soca, Monarch, finalists, Utamo, Bongo Prime Rose with Mardi Gras, Trouble in Tongue, Rajiv, Sora, Sutherland, Fet We Fetin, Cledon, Times, Roach, and Elrico, The Pixel, Hunt, Do Hold Back, Overdose, Angelique, Angie Maya, Gawe, No Owner, Nimroy, Zeran, Labode, Vacation, Morales, Winkens, Sideman, Tyreek, Diffusion, Thomas, Mission, Giovanni, Gio Collins, Gimme That Windy, Delroy, Fireman, Hooper, Mash Me Up, Rayan, Madzat, Primus, Rain, Gregory, Picos Jr., Cato, Looking for Sober, and our reserve would be Mr. Charlie Johnson, Feeling for Liquor. All right? So we're going to Soca, finalists. Utamo Rose, Maddest Place on Earth. Jamari, El Punk, Stapleton, Love Your Bad. Hans John, Party Like We. Lornette Ned, better known as Fire Empress, Acrobat, Show Me. Angelique Gawe, Curry, Rajiv, Sutherland, and Giovanni, Anthony Collins, Shellings, Lee Jace, Bullock, Till Morning, Justin Cambridge, Colin Marshall, and Jaim Pitt, No Sleep, Kendall Burke, Kabul Me Out, Chow Minister, Shannon John, Kelly J, Start Again, Darren Magical, Jamal Rouse, Cledon, Roach, and Elrico Hunt, Mars Forever, No Clap, and our reserve is Lexi, Alexa, Dishong, Liti. And those are your finalists for the Soca.
He also spoke on the issue of the Calypso Fantastic Friday has been replaced. Calypso semi-finals will be called an Evening with the Legends. Will be held Sunday, June 29th, taking the previous spot of the calendar of the brand new edition lineup. And there's Rum and Rhythm.
So Friday, it's Rum and Rhythm. A lot of persons have been asking what this is about. Rum and Rhythm is really the official start for the 10 days. And we felt like we wanted to make it a Friday night vibe. Not discounting anything from Fantastic Friday, which was Calypso. But we really wanted it to be a Friday night vibe, a rave party, a free-up party, not too structured. Come as you are, come from where you're coming from, and just come into Carnival City and let's have fun. You're going to have the DJs, you're going to have your artists, of course. There's going to be a big pre-show. And I remember in, not the previous press conference, but our official press conference, where I mentioned that every single thing that we do, you're going to have an element of our traditional culture where Vincy Mars is concerned. So our pre-show, you're going to be seeing some of those things. I don't know, for those who are too young, when I say traditional, I'm talking about boom drum, I'm talking about pan long neck, I'm talking about monkey band, I'm talking about juve, I'm talking about baba, I'm talking about fire eaters. So we're going to have a pre-show that will give you a whole identity of what Vincy Mars and our culture is all about. And I'm hoping that our young people can appreciate that. Outside of that, we try to create a lot of marriages where CDC events are concerned. So the entertainment is there, and we want to marry this particular show with rum. The concept is really to celebrate a lot of our rum. I mean, I know over the years we have receive a lot of awards for our rum. We have Captain Bligh, we have Sparrow, and of course we have the very best. We have all kind of name for that, but I would stick to Strong Rum. And we just want to celebrate it at this event. So you're gonna have a lot of mixologists. You're gonna have different bars that have different names that are unique to us. You're going to see rum shops because that is also a part of our culture, but obviously in a uniform manner. We're going to celebrate our rum, not just our local rums, but our regional rums. I mean, and there's a lot of history behind a lot of these rums. You're going to come and see that. I mentioned the mixologists. I mentioned the different cocktails. And of course, we're going to have some shots. And of course, the full spectacle of the fireworks and the lighting designs. And this event is only $30. I mean, our merchandise are going to be on sale. On Friday, you're going to have some merchandise for sale. So that's basically what rum and rhythm is. Artists, DJs, but the big feature is our rum. And in different forms and different features, not just going by the bar and ask for rum, right? Just to put that out there. So that is on Friday, the 27th of June, starting at 9 p.m. And I'm inviting everybody to be there.
Well, you know, we had to feature our Carnival festival in the news today, so it's a little bit lengthy. But Prime Ministerial Advisory Council and Youth is thrilled to announce their launch to ignite the official talent search, a national competition aimed at discovering the celebration of extraordinary Vincentian talent. With a $10,000 cash prize up for grabs, this exciting initiative offers a platform for young creatives to showcase their gifts in the variety of art forms. In the region, President of Guyana, Dr. Ali, officially opened a new World Trade Center in Georgetown. The modern seven-story building located in Kingston, Georgetown, has around 37,500 square feet of office space. It is the first and only World Trade Center in the CARICOM region. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi will make a state visit to Trinidad and Tobago in the first week of July. Modi last visited Trinidad and Tobago in 2002 as part of a delegation of the Indian Hindus attending the World Hindu Conference. The upcoming visit will mark the first official trip to the country since becoming India's Prime Minister in 2014. Barbados is introducing new laws for timeshare and fractional property ownership to attract more long-stay visitors and give investors more confidence. The legislation will include strong protections for consumers. Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has urged Dominicans not to panic over the travel ban being considered for the island by Trump administration in the United States. He was speaking at the press conference on Monday. So he have not received any official communique on the matter. Jamaica Prime Minister Andrew Holness says Jamaica Constabulary is on track to become the regional leader in using technology to fight crime. In addition to the new technology, Holness said money has also gone into training strong leaders, not just in the JCF, but also in the military. Colombia's army said on Sunday that 57 soldiers were kidnapped by civilians under pressure from the FARC dissidents in the mountainous area of the country's southwest, the region near El Platido, on the key zone for cocaine production, and remains one of the most tense in the country's ongoing conflict. Canada and the United States has a chance to strike new economic and defense relationship, but nothing is assured. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney says on last Monday, Carney has agreed with the U.S. President Donald Trump that the two nations should try to wrap up talks on the deal within 30 days. Well, Meta platform WhatsApp messaging service has been banned from the USA and the House of Divisor, according to a member of the all staff on Monday. Notice said that the Office of Cyber Security has deemed WhatsApp a high risk for users due to lack of transparency in how it protects user data, absence of stored data encryption, and potential security risks to involve in all of that area. Well, I want to give you some headlines coming out of the USA from ABC World News tonight, last evening.
Tonight, breaking news as we come on the air, Iran strikes back, targeting the largest U.S. base in the Middle East. Multiple missiles intercepted. Tonight, President Trump's response, and just moments ago, the president now saying there could now be a ceasefire in the works. The breaking news and what our team has learned. Tonight, Iran firing a barrage of missiles at the largest U.S. base in the region. U.S. and Qatari interceptors heading them off. Several countries closing their airspace. The U.S. moving to protect more than 40,000 troops across the region. The president meeting with his national security team in the Oval Office as Iran began to retaliate. President Trump now suggesting regime change. Tonight, where is the supreme leader? And this evening here, we see new video of the B-2 bombers taking off in Missouri, headed for Iran to strike. And just in tonight, President Trump now signaling a ceasefire could be coming in just hours. Our team standing by across the region. Tonight, Martha Raddatz with the before and after images, how much damage was done in Iran. And tonight, the UN Nuclear Watchdog Agency now saying nearly 900 pounds of enriched uranium in Iran is unaccounted for. Did they move the uranium in the days before the attack? The other news this Monday night, the life-threatening heat back here in the U.S. More than 195 million Americans, nearly everyone east of the Rockies. Record highs and power outages tonight. More than a dozen people hospitalized at a graduation in New Jersey. The roads buckling in the heat. This one just as a driver was going over it. Ginger Z standing by with the forecast.
And that's news coming out of the USA, the headlines happening there. So we move on to Africa. The United Nations has issued grave warning for the deteriorating situation in Sudan. And describing the conflict and the crisis of humanity with devastating consequences for millions of civilians. And New Zealand said on Monday that there has been a rush in applications for its new foreign investor migrant visa as the centre-right government looks to lure more high-net-worth individuals into the country to stimulate economic growth. The government in April relaxed rules for visa, including lowering the minimum requirement funds for the category that focuses on high-risk investment, the New Zealand $5 million to $3 million from New Zealand $15 million, and removing the English language requirement. That's it for news. Dougie DeFit is presenting sports. Coming up, stay tuned to Nice.
And now for the latest in sports, sponsored by the following.
Graves and Company is the number one supermarket, 100% Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Graves and Company, and we are Vincent Johns, a supermarket for you and me.
St. Vincent Containers proudly introduces its high-quality bathroom tissue. Furtis, Lilies, Midushi. Manufactured to conform to local, CARICOM and international standards. Tested and certified by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Bureau of Standards. No roll less than 300 sheets. Legitimate sheet and core sizes. Virgin pulp, no recycled. Soft but not lightweight. Professionally produced and packaged. Now available throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Furtis, Lilies, Midushi. Excellent Vincentian products.
SVG, get ready. The National Lotteries Authority is now offering more chances to win. With 3D and Play 4 now 3 times a day. 3 times a day. There's a morning draw at 11 a.m., afternoon draw time 3 p.m., and the night draw from 9 p.m. Get your tickets for 3D and Play 4. Now drawn 3 times daily, Monday to Saturday. All from the National Lotteries Authority, giving you more chances to win.
The public is asked to note that chiropractor Dr. Edmund Seeley is now conducting clinic and will see patients by appointments only. To make an appointment, call 456-9318 or 531-5318.
Sports Report for Tuesday, the 24th of June 2025. Team Athletics SVG has selected 4 athletes to represent St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the upcoming North American, Central American, and Caribbean NACAC Under 13 and Under 15 championships to be held in Managua, Nicaragua. The athletes were selected after winning their respective age groups at the National Juvenile Championship held on April 11th and 12th. The under-13 athletes are Nyla Stevenson and Christian Duncan, while the under-15 athletes are Ariel Stevens and Kinga Hepburn. The delegation, which includes Chester Morgan as coach and Kelisha York as manager, will leave the state on July 3rd and return on July 7th. History is in the making. The first ever Haroon Bay North Leeward Beach Football Tournament, Chateau Beach, Sunday 29th of June, 2 p.m. start. This Sunday, Chateau Beach makes history as we kick off the first ever beach football tournament in North Leeward. Expect non-stop action, pure community vibes, and an unforgettable energy. Villages from all across North Leeward are coming to battle it out. Registration is $100 per team, 10 players. Winners takes all the cash prizes. When the football ends, the party begins with a massive beach lime after party, powered by Main Street Songs, bringing the vibes with DJ Ba, DJ Young G, and DJ Frost. Music pumping all day long. There will be ice cold drinks, giveaways, unity through sports and culture. Don't miss the landmark event. Who will become the first ever Miss North Leeward Beach Football Champion? It is your village or mine. North Leeward will be stronger together when they use sports, and that will take place in the history of Chateau Beach this Sunday. That's all for local sports. Dougie De Freitas presenting. In cricket, in the rest of the sporting world, West Indies women won the South African women by 6 wickets and 9 balls remaining. South Africa 148 for 6 of 20. West Indies women 148 for 4 of 18.3 overs. In other cricketing action, in the men's international test match series at close of play with England and India, England requires 350 runs to win with 10 wickets remaining. India 471 all out of 113, then 364 all out of 96. England 465 all out of 100.4 overs, then they are 21 without loss after 6 overs. Then England women against New Zealand women in the women's one day. England A women won by 6 runs. New Zealand 291 for 9 of 50. England A women 297 for 4 of 50. In football, in FIFA Club World Cup Group A, Inter Miami and Palmeiras played to a 2-2 draw. Porto and Al Ahly played to a 4-4 draw. In Group B, Atletico de Madrid beat Botafogo 1-0. Seattle Sounders lost 2-0 to PSG. In Group G, Manchester City beat Al Ain 6-0. In the UEFA Under-19 Championship, Spain Under-19 beat Germany Under-19 6-5, and Netherlands Under-19 beat Romania Under-19 3-1. In the CONCACAF Gold Cup, Dominican Republic and Suriname played to a 0-0 draw. Mexico and Costa Rica played to a 0-0 draw. In Group D, Saudi Arabia and Trinidad and Tobago played to a 1-1 draw. United States beat Haiti 2-1. And we finish with some tennis. In the Wimbledon qualifying games, men's singles round 128, Paul Jubb beat Diego Austin Tirante 6-3, 6-2. Also, Martin Fokas-Vicks beat Joran Rodinov 6-4, 6-3. Ryan Peniston beat Facundo Baggins 6-3, 6-1. And Elminio Nava beat Mitchell Cougar 7-6, 7-6 as the games continued. That's all for Sports. Dougie the Freitas presenting.
The weather is brought to you with the kind compliments of the following.
Operating a business these days can get really complicated. What if someone slips and falls? What if you get robbed or burglarized? What if the truck crashes and you lose everything? What if one of your employees get damaged? What if your product makes someone sick? Worry no more. Let Century Insurance protect you from those what ifs. Century Insurance, offering employee liability, workmen compensation, public liability, cash and goods in transit, bonds, professional indemnity, contractors all risk, and more. Talk to one of our friendly agents today. Call our Kingstown office at telephone number 456-2247 or Beckway 458-3855, or contact our representative, Mr. Jason Sargent, in the Bayshore Mall in Beckway at 454-4260. Call Century Insurance today. We can protect you. Century Insurance, upstairs the First St. Vincent Bank building in Kingstown.
Hennessy. Drive responsibly. Sole agent and distributors. Gonzalves Liquors. The weather is compiled at the Met Office at the AIA and brought to you compliments Hennessy and Century Insurance at 6 a.m. The weather was cloudy, hazy, and breezy. The winds northeasterly at 24 kilometers per hour or 15 miles per hour. The temperature was 27.2 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity was 83%, and the barometric pressure was 15.5 millibars. The last 24 rainfall was 7.6 millimeters. Yesterday's maximum temperature is 29.6 degrees Celsius, and last night's minimum 25 degrees Celsius. Sunset today 6:34 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow 5:40 a.m. Marine conditions: one high tide at 4:26 p.m., one low tide at 7:56 a.m. Sea conditions: moderate to rough in open waters with swells 1.5 to 2.8 meters. Marine advisory says a small craft and high surf advisory is in effect for SVG. Only vessels capable of withstanding swells of these magnitudes should venture out. Seabathers should stay out of the water. And the synopsis: the ridge pattern is the dominant feature. Forecast for today: partly cloudy to cloudy, hazy and breezy with occasional isolated showers, with a weather advisory: be alert for reduced air quality due to Sahara dust haze. In the region and beyond: Trinidad 26 degrees and partly cloudy, Barbados 27 degrees and partly cloudy, Antigua 27 degrees and partly cloudy, San Juan, Puerto Rico, 27 degrees and cloudy. Miami, 27 degrees and fair. New York, 26 degrees and cloudy. Toronto, 25 degrees and fair. While London, 20 degrees and overcast. That's the weather compiled at the Met Office at the AIA and brought to you compliments Hennessy and Century Insurance.
We would like to say that Captain Bligh XO Aged Rum is the best rum in the world. And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO Aged Rum. World class in a glass.
We are looking for friendly, reliable individuals to join our team at Richardson Motors Arnisvale. If you enjoy working with people and thrive in a fast-paced environment, we'd love to meet you. We are interviewing for cashiers and fuel attendants. Applicants must reside between Kingston and Rathamill, Fountain and Kelboni, New Montrose, Redemption Shops, and their surrounding areas. Transportation will be provided for the night shift. Apply in person anytime between 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday to Friday. Alternatively, you can WhatsApp 496-9213 for more information. Start your next job today. Come grow with us.
Air filters, oil filters, fuel filters, disc pads and brake shoes, clutch disc, pressure plates, rotor plates, engine parts, fan belts, timing belts, oil seals, spark plugs, radiators, radiator hoses, water pumps, universal joints, suspension parts, KYB Japanese shocks for Toyota, Nissan and Suzuki, tie rods, rack ends, ball joints. You can also get accessories, cleaning supplies, polishes, titanium tint, black tint, Valvoline motor oils, Toyota and Honda motor oils, transmission fluids, Michelin wiper blades, headlights, corner lights, HID kits, HID bulbs and ballast, LED bulbs, and much more. before can be had at Automax Auto Parts. Automax goes the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to ensure that you get first quality Japanese auto parts. Come see the difference at our showroom opposite the basketball court in Camden Park. Call us at 458-2000 or 529-2070. Visit us on Facebook, Automax Auto Parts. Drive the extra mile to get the best first quality auto parts.
Please note that we open on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Nice Radio Nice Driver comes to you every weekday morning just following the 7 a.m. weather report and repeated on afternoons from 4:30 p.m.
Hi, hun. Can you pick up the kids today? I know you're headed to the gym and you have some errands to run, but I just got called into a meeting. Thanks, babe. Oh, you may need to stop for gas, too.
Stop for gas? Since switching to Sol, we have lots left in the tank.
At Sol, we're on a mission to give you great fuel economy for all life's journeys. So enjoy the journey. Choose Sol Go Further fuels.
What are your views on drivers drinking and driving under the influence?
Do agree with enforcing the law as it regulates to driving under the influence. However, how exactly is the police going to do this? And again, consistency. When you stop somebody, I know in North America, let's say, when you stop a driver, the first thing you ask is for their driver's license. And then you go on to the alcohol thing. How often is this being done? And is it done by every police officer? But again, I agree with that. But I think that one of the things that should be implemented also is policemen using breathalyzers. It will take a cultural adjustment, but I think that too will help, because a lot of these drivers, especially van drivers, they would find some ways and means of beating the system. And we have to remember also that there are some policemen who own minibuses. So I think a good way will be to implement the use of breathalyzers.
Where the police are looking at stricter measures to combat drink driving or drinking whilst under the influence of alcohol and drugs, I would add. I think that is a good initiative. And in fact, again, it is about education. Rather than moving straight to legislation, there ought to be an educational drive which starts. Statistics have shown internationally and otherwise that drink driving is a major problem, in the sense that people die from drivers who are drunk and cause accidents. Accidents increase. People are maimed. People are disabled for life, and the consequences are so dire that the initiative is a great one. But again, rather than just moving straight to legislation to combat drink driving, there ought to be education as well, and probably ought to be education first, before as a trial, if you like, before moving to legislation.
That's the end of the Nice Driver program. Join us tomorrow morning after the weather forecast for another Nice Driver segment.
If you are a nice driver, you've got to take good care. When people board your van, you've got their lives in your hands, in your hands, your hands.
You're my queen. You're everything I need. You're my queen. I'll be a king, my love is real. Like a river needs a stream. Ooh, girl, you're my queen. You're everything I need. You're my queen. I'll be a king, my love is real. Like a river needs a stream. You want more than money, baby, sweeter than honey. You're a natural beauty, baby, you're the the best. I feel so blessed to know that you are mine. You're my queen. You're everything I need. You're my queen. I'll be a king, my love is real. Like a river needs a stream. Ooh, girl, you're my queen. You're everything I need. You're my queen. I'll be a king, my love is real. Like a river needs a stream. Baby, when you smile, ooh, girl, you're the apple of my eye. I'm so glad I found you. Living without you, I won't know what to do. Not even gonna try. You're my queen. You're everything I need. You're my queen. I'll be a king, my love is real. Like a river needs a stream. Ooh, girl, you're my queen. You're everything I need. You're my queen. I'll be a king, my love is real. Like a river needs a stream. Wow! Yeah, yeah. You're like sugar in my tea, baby. Sweet like guava jelly, baby. Love you more each day, baby. No matter what they say, baby. You're my heart's desire, baby. So much joy and laughter, baby. So baby, you're sweet. You're sweet, sweetest girl that I'll ever meet. Hey. Everything I do for you. Baby, you see, my love is true. I climb any mountain for you to see. Baby girl, you're so pretty. Hey, yeah, yeah. You want more than money. Baby, sweeter than honey. You're a natural beauty. Baby, you're the best. I feel so blessed to know that you are mine. You're my queen. You're everything I need. You're my queen. I'll be a king, my love is real. Like a river needs a stream. Ooh, girl, you're my queen. You're everything I need. You're my queen. I'll be a king, my love is real. Like a river needs a stream. Everything I do for you. Baby, you see, my love is true. I climb any mountain for you to see. Baby girl, you're so pretty. Hey, ooh, girl, you're my queen. You're everything I need. You're my queen. I'll be a king, my love is real. Like a river needs.
Whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. Let me go. What will this world be without your mishness? What would you do if Vinci did not exist? No. It could be a sad, sad day if the mask can't play. Say what you want, but my island nice. We bring the vibes in your life. Can't resist the island love, I know. Where else you could go and feel like home. I know you feel the island love, I know. No, it gon' be like a desert without caravan to come trench us in the bacchanal. Let we go. Get a glass, play a mass. This whole day we drinking rum. Take a jam when she pass. This whole day we having fun. Down there with my people. Then down there's good people. Come feel the love for my people. Hey, every day is Vinci Day. Yeah, come on observe the Vinci way. I say, every day is Vinci Day. Yeah, come on and take your stress away. I say, what is life if you cannot pass a line? What you living for if you can't have peace of mind? Yeah, it could be a sad, sad day if the mask can't pay. Say what you want, but the yellow, green, and blue, I know you're passing through. Can't resist the island love, I know. Where else you could go and feel like home. I know you feel the island love, I know. No, it gon' be like a desert without caravan to come trench us in the bacchanal. Let we go. Get a glass, play a mass. This whole day we drinking rum. Take a jam when she pass. This whole day we having the love for my people. Hey, every day is Vinci Day. Yeah. Come on,
Hey, this Soca Tuesday and the nice. We had Wizzy Wiseman with You're My Queen. Jose Juan, Vinci Day, if the mask can't play. You listen to Nice Radio 96.7, 101.3, 90.3 FM on your dial. And this is the man homie. Flying V, I call him. Want to remind you at 8:35 we have Dr. Kishore Shallow up with a big chat with us here.
I wish it could be that one for me. But guess who I see in the party? The same woman come wine on me. I finally get a wine from the crush. Yeah, I finally get a wine from the crush. Yeah, nobody hype like me. Nobody high like me. Nobody hype like me. Nobody high. I finally get a wine from me crush. Yeah. She tell me it's long time. She see me looking her long time. And for some time she want to connect for some time. So she anticipates in the party. She will meet me there. So when I pass through the gate and she see me, she said this is fate. She said that she wish I could put a ring on her finger. She wish she could be the one for me. I say yes, me baby, me sugar plum tree, bring it closer to me. I finally get a wine from me crush. Yeah, I finally get a wine from me crush. Yeah, nobody hype like me. Nobody high like me. Nobody hype like me. Nobody high. I finally get a wine from me crush. Yeah, from the first time, girl, I saw you. I fell in love. Insta and Facebook, girl, I adore you. I fell in love. I wish I could put a ring on your finger. I wish it could be that one for me. But guess who I see in the party? The same woman come wine on me. I finally get a wine from me crush. Yeah, I finally get a wine from me crush. Yeah, nobody hype like me. Nobody high like me. Nobody hype like me. Nobody high. I finally get a wine from me crush. Yeah, I finally get a wine from me crush. Yeah, I finally get a wine from me crush. Yeah, nobody hype like me. Nobody high like me. Nobody hype like me. Nobody high. I finally get a wine from me crush. Yeah,
Enjoy KFC's finger licking good chicken every day. Don't miss out on our crazy daily promotions. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at KFC St. Vincent to keep in the know. Can't make it to a restaurant? Call or WhatsApp us for delivery. Kingston 485-6555. Honnestville 4564122. You can also pre-order and pick up in Kingston at 534-6555. Honnestville 526-4122.
Flo's prepaid customers can now unlock big bonus rewards like bonus data, prizes, and more every time you activate a 3-day prepaid plan or launcher. Activate a plan, then scratch to reveal your bonus data. Plus, get points for extra prizes. The more you activate, the more bonus data and prizes you can win. Get in on the big bonus rewards when you activate a prepaid plan. Dial *129# or visit topupflow.com to activate a plan today.
Nice Radio's birthday celebration package is brought to you with the compliments of the following.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good. That good. When you shop at Massy Stores. That good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
Welcome to Subway, where you can always have it your way. My name is Stacy. What can I make for you?
Hey, Stacy. I'll have a chicken teriyaki salad. All veggies, please. And for my daughter, Naomi, a pizza. Naomi, what would you like to have on your pizza?
Pepperoni bacon.
They've got tomatoes as well.
Pepperoni bacon.
What about some fresh onions, corn, pineapple?
Pepperoni bacon.
Naomi, you can also have olives, jalapeno, extra meat.
Nope. Pepperoni bacon.
Stacy, can I have one chicken teriyaki salad, all veggies, please, and a pizza with pepperoni and bacon?
You can have it your way.
Come into our uptown or downtown location today or order on your favorite delivery app. Subway. Have it your way.
The birthday winner of the week will receive a $20 gift voucher from Massy Stores, a $20 meal voucher from Subway, and free IPTV for 1 month from Vinci Stream.
It's a celebration time, the second one for this morning. It comes to you 3 times in the mornings. I don't know if we will have a third because we have Dr. Shallow on from 8:35, so we may not have a third one on. All right? So you either give us a call. The numbers are 4565967, 718-734-5615. You can WhatsApp us on 498-3802, 498-3802. All right, and leave a message, put a voice note. You can call, text, leave a voice note. And something happened here with the WhatsApp. Somebody sent me something here. All right, okay. So that's a different kind of message that somebody sent here this morning. All right. So we got a list of people in our very own Gypsy Lavon Phillips. She'll be on celebrating her birthday. So when you could call her later this afternoon on her shift and sing a happy birthday if you want to. Otis Dorset is celebrating. Denzel Backus. He loves to play blues guitar, but he is the man with St. Vincent Jewelries Limited celebrating today. Lorna Peters celebrating. I have a good friend, more like a brother in St. Lucia, Lionel Ellis. Well, his daughter, she lives in Canada now, Linnell. Jamie Linnell Ellis, she's in Canada celebrating. Noel Clark in Florida celebrating. Luan Jackson in the USA, I think it's in North Carolina or someplace up in that area, celebrating today. Good morning.
Good morning, Doggy.
Hey, I tell him don't tell you your business. Don't make you see.
Well, you know, Nai is my friend, saying you can't say anything bad about me with Nai, you know. So.
She waited to post. He said, "I love you." What?
But you give out any instructions to that young lady that's walking there with you today, Doggy?
No,
did you give her some instructions
between her and Natalie trying to hijack?
And Natalie,
yeah. Natalie bought this tomorrow.
Yes, and so Major as well.
Yeah, they're trying to hijack. They're trying to hijack me.
They're trying to. They're going to shake you down.
How they trying to?
They want to shake you down, Doggy.
When I do that, Spicy is going to get jealous. I can't remember what the Spicy one, but you know, I'm in trouble now.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, I know, Mom.
Once you send them girls down Coastal to come rescue me is okay.
You had to come and rescue you. Well, you know they have your back, man. Jem and Dodo and them girls, they have your back, man. Well, you know there was a big party yesterday down in Spring Village.
Yeah, what's his name, Mr. Ridley Sprott.
Yeah.
90 years old.
And Jean and they fixed up Ridley, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
90 years old. 90. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Mr. Hector, Mr. Constantine, and everybody want to wish Gypsy a happy birthday. Party and our good friend Curtis, everybody. Well, I know the young man Zara would take care of mom today, and I mean, she better behave herself.
Yeah.
Our friend Debbie, they want to wish that Gypsy have a great birthday today and that she will enjoy. Happy birthday, Gypsy! Take care, doggy. Have a good one.
Take care, man. All right. Okay. And let's see what else we got there. We have Nicole Williams, who have Nicole Kids Store. She's from Nicole's Kids Store. She celebrating. Alan Doyle in Sanssouci. I think he has a little studio, a little music studio up there in Sanssouci, making music. Monisha Smith in Chateau Bel Air. Hey, them Smithy down in Chateau, celebrating. Cleda Nichols in the USA, Cleda Nichols in the USA, and Manita Bess in Old Montrose, coming from the best lady, Mrs. Bess. That's what we have on the list. We're not so certain if we'll be able to slip in the third celebration because Dr. Kishore Shallow will be on from 8:35 this morning. If all goes well and nothing goes wrong, and we pray God nothing ever goes wrong because we haven't chatted in for a while. It's not going to be an interview. It's going to be a chat here on Nice Radio and an interesting chat too. So you need to check it out and thing and so forth and so forth and so whatever.
District Stairs SVG Limited, a leading name in flooring, staircases, tiles, railings, and renovations, is growing, and we are looking for dynamic, experienced, and reliable individuals to fill the roles of outbound sales and marketing representatives. Minimum requirements: 2+ years of experience in sales, marketing, or construction. Certification in sales, marketing, or related area is preferred. Must have a reliable vehicle and valid driver's license. Willing to travel across mainland and overnight in the Grenadines when needed. Construction manager, minimum requirements: 5+ years of experience in construction management or site supervision. Certification in construction, project management, or building trades is an asset. Strong skills in quoting, scheduling, cost control, and health and safety. Must have a reliable vehicle and be available to travel throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. To apply, email your resume and a brief cover letter to districtstairs.svg@gmail.com. Use the job title in the subject line. Only shortlisted candidates will be contacted.
Randy's Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines, fresh and quality bread, and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy's Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
And now for Nice Radio's local news and sports.
Nice Radio's local news is coming to you with the compliments of the following.
Building construction and maintenance presents its complications. Lane's Home Vision is your agent of support and solution. From conceptualizing to execution and completion, we will manage your project at no cost to you and can undertake any job. From small repairs to general renovation and full construction.
Contact us now at 784-493-3411 for your consultation and hear about our exciting offers awaiting you.
Good day. Listen to Nice Radio's news and sports. Dougie D. Freitas presented. It's a local news and sports. Capital revenue shortfalls, audit reports, Those are things highlighted by the opposition Member of Parliament, the Honourable Major Sinclair Leacock, and questioned Finance Minister Camila Gonzalez about the credibility of the budget. This is how Camila Gonzalez responded.
About what the status of budgeting credibility was 20 years ago. But I can state again that this government, in the year that he's referring, raised 70% of its revenue and spent 60% of its capital budget, Madam Speaker. I want to point out again, because I don't know if it's being captured in this conversation. The honorable member's quotation about credibility refers specifically to the issue of capital expenditure, but he attempts to contort it to the issue of capital revenue, which is different from capital expenditure, and then further subdivide it to the issue of capital receipts. We have had this conversation, Madam Speaker, multiple times during the budgeting process. We have this conversation every year. The honorable member and I have a disagreement fundamentally about how capital receipts are treated once they come in and what column they're placed in. And I tell him over and over again that his concept, his accounting concept of what's taking place here is incorrect. But beyond that, to say that capital expenditure is directly connected to budget credibility, and then try to cite capital revenue, which is different from what Director Snag raised.
Well, Major Sinclair Leacock revealed that only $1 million of $265 million appropriated, just 0.4% was actually realized. Follow-up Major emphasized that his concern focused on the significant shortfall in the capital revenue, an alarming deficit of $263 million.
That's the point. And the fact is that over the period between Mr. Snagg's presentation and today, you have been short by $2 billion. You need to stop it because you are not providing the finances that you are making believe and for which the private sector are dependent upon you. And I'm finished with that.
But that's not a supplement.
And let me complete this. I'm the accountant here, not you.
Major Leacock told him he's the accountant, and if he wants legal advice, he's ask him because Gonzalez is a lawyer. But Leacock said he is an accountant. In response to a question posed by opposition leader Dr. Godwin Friday, Agricultural Minister tried to explain the poor state of the facilities and their inability to adequately serve the needs of the local fisher folk.
I like the question because sometimes we, in our assessment of what is taking place, we place it totally at the feet of the budget, but we do so not within the context of the constraints and the impact that we are facing. But I'm certain that those persons who are listening are aware, and I did not even deal with the impact of the Sagassum seaweed also impacting on the Oya facility. The fishery centers were heavily impacted by the eruptions of La Soufrière volcano in April 2021 and further impacted by the passage of Hurricane Beryl in July 2024. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines has received financing from the World Bank under the Volcanic Eruption Emergency Project, VEEP, to support the implementation of a variety of emergency response activities. For both the Chatibile and Oya fisheries centers, and we must also note that these are located in the red zone. The consulting firm Stewart Engineering has been contracted to complete the design and costing for the rehabilitation work of the facilities. The firm has submitted their final design report drawings and technical specifications for the rehab and retrofitting of the facilities. The final documents are currently being reviewed by the Economic Planning Division in the Ministry of Finance, and the proposed next step is to get a no objection from the World Bank, then enter the market for prospective bidders to undertake these rehabilitative works.
That's Saboto Caesar. And Minister of Housing, Informal Human Settlement, Youth, Sports, Randy Brewster provided an update on housing situation in the Southern Grenadines in Parliament yesterday, responding to questions in the Parliament.
We, through the Chief Surveyor's Office, first we had to identify whether there were available government lands before we can move forward with purchasing. And in Union, and I'm sure the Honorable Member would be happy for this information, the Office of the Chief Surveyor, they were able to identify 7 lots at Bajan Corner and another 14 lots in Ashton above the old police station close to the water catchment, bringing this to a total of 21 lots. So we have identified thus far some suitable lands, and as we speak, the Chief Surveyor and his team they're in Union Island today, finalizing the designs so that we can move swiftly.
That is Randy Brewster. Well, during Parliament yesterday, the Minister of Health, Sinclair Jimmy Prince, expressed joy about the results of the CPA.
Honorable members, I rise to briefly express how happy we on this side are with the results of the recent CPA examinations here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Of course, at some point, we'll be doing some greater detail in terms of our congratulatory messages. But I'd just like to say that we congratulate all 1,470 students who took the examinations this year. We had 87.3% passes, and just a little bit down from 87.6 last year. What is also notable, Madam Speaker, is that we had about boys making up 8 of the top 10. I think this is a record. Top 10, 8 boys in that area.
As Jimmy Prince. Well, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Teachers Union, the SVGTU, congratulates the students, their teachers, parents, guardians on the success at the CPA as released by the Caribbean CXC through the Ministry of Education National Reconciliation. Special commendation to those schools which have emerged in the top 10 places, position, and the Teachers Union salute all those persons. We move with some other issues that was discussed last evening when it comes to the issue of the Public Service Union, the PSU, in their program PSU Speaks, when they passionately dealt with the issue of the sufferings, the detrimental situation with respect to those people who are fired.
Why we must not forget it? Because forgetting it could be to our detriment as a people in the country. And we'll go through that, and hopefully I can show you clearly the danger in forgetting something like this that happened in 2021. But firstly, you always hear the call, come back to your job. Come back, you'll get back your work. And I remember going to Service Commission and saying to the CPO, instead of asking people to come back, why not write everybody that you dismiss? If you're so genuine about this, and we said it on this program too, if you're so genuine and if you mean it so well, if you mean it in a non-partisan way, why not write every single worker that you dismiss, every single one of them, and offer them their jobs back? Listen, if the government was genuine, non-partisan, and really wanted to address this issue, this is what they would have done. We have had a number of healthcare workers who have indicated their interests. They have never been called, never heard from the Service Commission, never. Months now, still home. So I know he's a liar. And I asking, I know he's a liar. And who don't want to call him a liar, that is up to them. But I know when he's standing in church and he speak, he is speaking lies. Maybe there's some truth mixed up with it, but there are lies in between.
That is Elroy Boucher, president of the Public Service Union. Well, the CEO of Carnival Development Corporation announced several changes in the enhancement of Vinci Carnival. One of the key updates is the rebranding well-known Fantastic Friday, known as Calypso Semifinals. The event is now called An Evening with the Legends will be held Sunday, June 29th. Taking its previous spot in the calendar is a brand new edition lineup, Rum and Rhythm. Here's what he had to say about Rum and Rhythm.
So Friday, it's Rum and Rhythm. A lot of persons have been asking what this is about. Rum and Rhythm is really the official start for the 10 days. And we felt like we wanted to make it a Friday night vibe. Not discounting anything from Fantastic Friday, which was Calypso. But we really wanted it to be a Friday night vibe, a rave party, a free-up party, not too structured. Come as you are, come from where you're coming from, and just come into Carnival City and let's have fun. You're going to have the DJs, you're going to have your artists, of course. There's going to be a big pre-show. And I remember in, not the previous press conference, but our official press conference, where I mentioned that every single thing that we do, you're going to have an element of our traditional culture where Vinci Mass is concerned. So our pre-show, you're going to be seeing some of those things. I don't know, for those who are too young, when I say traditional, I'm talking about boom drum, I'm talking about pan long neck, I'm talking about monkey band, I'm talking about juve, I'm talking about baba, I'm talking about fire eaters. So we're going to have a pre-show that will give you a whole identity of what Vinci Mass and our culture is all about. And I'm hoping that our young people can appreciate that. Outside of that, we try to create a lot of marriages where CDC events are concerned. So the entertainment is there, and we want to marry this particular show with rum. The concept is really to celebrate a lot of our rum. I mean, I know over the years we have received a lot of awards for our rum. We have Captain Bligh, we have Sparrow, and of course we have the very best. We have all kind of name for that, but I would stick to Strong Rum. And we just want to celebrate it at this event. So you're going to have a lot of mixologists. You're going to have different bars that have different names that are unique to us. You're going to see rum shops, because that is also a part of our culture, but obviously in a uniform manner. We're going to celebrate our rum, not just our local rums, but our regional rums. I mean, and there's a lot of history behind a lot of these rums. You're going to come and see that. I mentioned the mixologists. I mentioned the different cocktails. And of course, we're going to have some shots. And of course, the full spectacle of the fireworks and the lighting designs. And this event is only $30. I mean, our merchandise are going to be on sale. On Friday, you're going to have some merchandise for sale. So that's basically what Rum and Rhythm is. Artists, DJs, but the big feature is our rum. And in different forms and different features, not just going by the bar and ask for rum, right? Just to put that out there. So that is on Friday, the 27th of June, starting at 9 p.m. And I'm inviting everybody to be there.
Rodney Small, CEO of CDC. Well, he also announced the finalists of the Raga and Soca competition. And speaking to that, here is Rodney again.
What we have done, we've seen a lot of entries, and it has been very intense. Prelims, very intense. Semis. And from the prelims, the CDC and the board of directors, we made some additions to the number of semifinalists who went forward. So we added 2 in Raga, and we added 2 in Soca, because we want to continue to provide that avenue for our artists. And for the finals, we did the same thing. This year, right, so it's 10-1 for Raga and a reserve, right? So that is 12 artists. And then 12-1 for Power and a reserve, which is 14 artists. So in all, 26 artists will be going to the finals. So for Raga Soca, Monarch, finalists, Utamo, Bongo Prime Rose with Mardi Gras, Trouble in Tongue, Rajiv, Sora, Sutherland, Fet We Fettin, Cledon, Times, Roach, and Elrico, The Pixel, Hunt, Do Holdback, Overdose, Angie Maya, Galway, No Owner, Nimroy, Ziran, Labode, Vacation, Morales, Winkens, Sideman, Tyreek, Diffusion, Thomas, Mission, Giovanni, Gio Collins, Gimme That Windy, Delroy Fireman Hooper, Mash Me Up, Rayan Madzat Primus, Rain, Gregory Picos Jr., Cato, Looking for Sober, and our reserve would be Mr. Charlie Johnson, Feeling for Liquor. All right? So we're going to Soca finalists. Utamo Rose, Maddest Place on Earth. Jamari, El Punk, Stapleton, Love Your Bad. Hans John, Party Like We. Lornette Ned, better known as Fire Empress, Acrobat, Show Me. Angelique Gawe, Curry, Rajiv, Sutherland, and Giovanni, Anthony Collins, Shellings, Lee Jace, Bullock, Till Morning, Justin Cambridge, Colin Marshall, and Jaim Pitt, No Sleep, Kendall Burke, Carbol Me Out, Chow Minister, Shannon John, Kelly J, Start Again, Darren Magical, Jamal Rouse, Cledon Roach, and Elrico Hunt, Mars Forever, No Clap, and our reserve is Lexi, Alexa, Dishong, Liti. And those are your finalists for the Soca.
That's Rodney Small from the CDC. The Prime Ministerial Advisory Council on Youth is thrilled to announce the launch of Ignite, an official talent search, a national competition aimed at discovering the celebration extraordinary Vincentian talent. With a $10,000 cash prize up for grabs, this exciting initiative offers platform for young creatives to showcase their gifts in a variety of art forms, from singers to dancers, spoken word artists to musicians. Ignite promises to be high energy, high impact showcase in St. Vincent and the Grenadines' brightest stars. That's it for the local news. Sports coming up. Stay tuned tonight. And remember Dr. Kishore Shallow at 8:35 after What in Hell to You Doing with Dr. Stanhorn.
And now for the latest in sports, sponsored by the following.
CK Grace and Company is the number one supermarket for 100% Vincentian supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always say by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one, CK Grace and Company, and we are Vincent Johns, a supermarket for you and me.
St. Vincent Containers proudly introduces its high-quality bathroom tissue. Vertis, Lilies, Midushi. Manufactured to conform to local, CARICOM, and international standards. Tested and certified by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Bureau of Standards. No roll less than 300 sheets. Legitimate sheet and core sizes. Virgin pulp, no recycled. Soft but not lightweight. Professionally produced and packaged. Now available throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Vertis, Lilies, Midushi. Excellent Vincentian products.
SVG, get ready. The National Lotteries Authority is now offering more chances to win with 3D and Play 4 now 3 times a day. 3 times a day. There's a morning draw at 11 a.m., afternoon draw time 3 p.m., and the night draw from 9 p.m. Get your tickets for 3D and Play 4. Now drawn 3 times daily, Monday to Saturday. All from the National Lotteries Authority, giving you more chances to win.
The public is asked to note that chiropractor Dr. Edmund Seeley is now conducting clinic and will see patients by appointments only. To make an appointment, call 456-9318 or 531-5318.
The weather is brought to you with the kind compliments of the following.
Operating a business these days can get really complicated. What if someone slips and falls? What if you get robbed or burglarized? What if the truck crashes and you lose everything? What if one of your employees get damaged? What if your product makes someone sick? Worry no more. Let Century Insurance protect you from those what ifs. Century Insurance, offering employee liability, workmen compensation, public liability, cash and goods in transit, bonds, professional indemnity, contractors all risk, and more. Talk to one of our friendly agents today. Call our Kingstown office at telephone number 456-2247 or Beckway 458-3855 or contact our representative, Mr. Jason Sargent, in the Bayshore Mall in Beckway at 454-4260. Call Century Insurance today. We can protect you. Century Insurance, upstairs the First St. Vincent Bank building in Kingstown.
Hennessy. Drive responsibly. Sole agent and distributors. Gonzalves Liquors. The weather is compiled at the Met Office at the AIA and brought to you compliments Hennessy and Century Insurance at 6 a.m. The weather was cloudy, hazy, and breezy. The winds northeasterly at 24 kilometers per hour or 15 miles per hour. The temperature was 27.2 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity was 83%, and the barometric pressure was 15.5 millibars. The last 24 rainfall was 7.6 millimeters. Yesterday's maximum temperature is 29.6 degrees Celsius, and last night's minimum 25 degrees Celsius. Sunset today 6:34 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow 5:40 a.m. Marine conditions: one high tide at 4:26 p.m., one low tide at 7:56 a.m. Sea conditions: moderate to rough in open waters with swells 1.5 to 2.8 meters. Marine advisory says a small craft and high surf advisory is in effect for SVG. Only vessels capable of withstanding swells of these magnitudes should venture out. Seabathers should stay out of the water. And the synopsis: the ridge pattern is the dominant feature. Forecast for today: partly cloudy to cloudy, hazy and breezy with occasional isolated showers, with a weather advisory: be alert for reduced air quality due to Sahara dust haze. In the region and beyond: Trinidad 26 degrees and partly cloudy, Barbados 27 degrees and partly cloudy, Antigua 27 degrees and partly cloudy, San Juan, Puerto Rico, 27 degrees and cloudy. Miami, 27 degrees and fair. New York, 26 degrees and cloudy. Toronto, 25 degrees and fair. While London, 20 degrees and overcast. That's the weather compiled at the Met Office at the AIA and brought to you compliments Hennessy and Century Insurance.
Saltfish, you know we gon' lash it up. Put me in the party, you know we gon' mash it up. Nobody, could party like Vinci. So come on, man. Show them that you're bad, come on, man. Let them know you're bad, come on, man. Show up your hand, come on, man. Show them that you're bad, come on, man. Let them know you're mad, come on, man. Show up your hand. Hey, man, party nice. Papa call me, he tell me the party high. 20 people, we live in a party life. Sunset buzzing on me head just like a 45. Yeah, you know we there, that's how we stay. It's every day, yeah, you know we there, that's how we stay. Now we no play, boom, we come like the breadfruit in the saltfish. You know we gon' lash it up, put me in the party. You know we gon' mash it up. Nobody could party like Vinci. With the breadfruit and the saltfish. You know we gon' lash it up. Put me in the party. You know we gon' mash it up. Nobody could party like Vinci. So come on, man. Show them that you're bad, come on, man. Let them know you're bad, come on, man. Show up your hand, come on, man. Show them that you're bad, come on, man. Let them know you're mad, come on, man. Show up your hand. Hey, show them, show them, show them. Them feel the bad, we bad before them. Hey, show them, show them. We come like the breadfruit in the saltfish. You know we gon' lash it up. Put me in the party. You know we gon' mash it up. Nobody could party like Vinci. With the breadfruit in the saltfish. You know we gon' lash it up.
Since 2012, we have provided reliable,
professional dialysis services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are now proud to offer you new solutions for your health problems. Each new solution is being delivered to you with the same high degree of care and professionalism. We also use the best technology in the delivery of our services. So, does your doctor need a precise view of what's happening inside your body? Let us perform an ultrasound for you. Ladies, if it's your breasts, then choose our mammography service. For all issues related to men and women's health at any stage in your life, our team can perform the necessary investigations to put your mind at ease and recommend solutions for your problems. If it's to see within your chest or check for broken bones and fractures, then use our state-of-the-art U-Arm X-ray service. For you aging men and women, we can now check your bone density, which will reduce any complications that may arise with overall bone health, osteoporosis, or arthritis. Health Solutions will provide answers and results in a timely, accurate manner in the most comfortable environment, while you are taken care of by well-trained and experienced staff. Please call us today at 451-2836 or 434-3170, or visit us online at healthsolutionsSVG.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Health Solutions, where we are providing solutions in SVG with care.
A new name in pharmaceuticals has come to SVG, and that name is Q-Care. Q-Care Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality. Q-Care Pharmaceuticals, located uptown Kingstown on Halifax Street, right opposite the General Post Office. Q-Care opens Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays until 1:30. Q-Care fills your prescriptions promptly. We invite you to come in and experience the new standard in pharmaceuticals. Q-Care. Q-Care Pharmacy on Halifax Street. Call 456-2690. Fax 451-2776. Q-Care, where the Q always stands for quality.
This is What in Health Are You Doing, produced and presented by Stan Horn, naturopath of the Rose Clare Natural Healing Clinic at Prospect for Nice Radio for your health and social well-being. Good day, and how in the world are you? Today's word is chlorella. That's CHLORELLA, not chlorella. Chlorella. Chlorella is a freshwater, single-cell, blue-green, emerald-colored algae. Chlorella health benefits, amply researched by Japanese scientists, include the impressive fact that it contains 60% protein, including all of the amino acids, and high levels of beta-carotene and an abundance of chlorophyll. Chlorella is high in chlorophyll, even more chlorophyll per gram than any plant. Chlorophyll is the blood of plants, hence the green color, to which many researchers and users of chlorella, as yours truly, which we attribute its multiple health benefits. Scientific documentation and many reliable anecdotal reports and evidence show that chlorella is effective in helping to reduce the symptoms of numerous types of cancers, diabetes, hypoglycemia, which is low sugar, arthritis, AIDS, pancreatitis, a damaged cirrhotic liver, hepatitis, peptic ulcers, viral and bacterial infections, anemia, and multiple sclerosis. Chlorella is considered to be a first-class detoxifying agent capable of removing alcohol from the liver and such heavy metals as cadmium and mercury, certain pesticides, herbicides, and PCBs from the body's tissue. A Japanese study showed that taking 4 to 6 grams or 4 to 6,000 milligrams of chlorella before consuming alcohol can prevent hangovers 96% of the time, even after a night of heavy drinking. Chlorella can also absorb toxins from the intestines and help relieve chronic constipation, favorably alter the bacterial floral content of the bowels, and eliminate intestinal gas. It is also effective in healing mild and severe skin wounds. It's about 30% of people that cannot tolerate chlorella, most likely due to cellulase insufficiency. Cellulase, that's Cellulase. Cellulase is an enzyme that allows our bodies to break down the plant compound cellulose. If you are unable to tolerate chlorella, consider adding cellulase, the digestive enzyme, to your supplement regime to help digest chlorella. There have been hard to substantiate claims of the dangers of mercury contamination in chlorella products. Chlorella only absorbs mercury from the tissues of the body for elimination. It does not release it into the body. Here's a tip for the day. People with certain autoimmune conditions should avoid using chlorella until further studies have been done to show chlorellas impact on the immune system. You've been listening to What in Health Are You Doing, produced and presented by Stan Horn, naturopath of the Rose Clare Natural Healing Clinic at Prospect. Do join me again when I bring you yet another segment of What in Health Are You Doing. For appointments to the Rose Clare Natural Healing Clinic, please call 784-531-1150. That's 784-531-1150. Thank you for listening. And until next time, look after yourselves, stay well, and stay safe. Living healthily is the natural way to live, and you don't have to do it without professional advice. For general health maintenance and guidance on all other ailments, let the Rose Clare Natural Healing Clinic at Prospect help you with your diabetes, hormonal imbalances, high blood pressure, heart disease, and cancer through nutrition, acupuncture, reflexology, bio-resonant body scans, and detoxing. Your treatments are individualized and confidential and done in a safe and comfortable environment at the Rose Clare Natural Healing Clinic at Prospect. So give us a call. The new number, 784-531-1150. That's 784-531-1150. And let the Rose Clare Natural Healing Clinic help you make the necessary changes to living healthily. The new number to the Rose Clare Natural Healing Clinic at Prospect, 784-531-1150. 784-531-1150. And let us help you.
Today, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Tomorrow, the Caribbean. Nice Radio. 90.3, 101.3, 96.7 FM. No matter where you are in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, your radio is Nice Radio. 101.3, 96.7, 90.3 FM.
Song the horn, song the horn. Hey. Song the horn, song the horn. This election, I don't care who call me to face. I campaigning to get a gravy train space. I out in my red, I even painting the street. Hotting up the head of some them Calypsonians and meat. And bitch, tell me who put me soul on dead already. It's we make them wicked pirates have the train hijack. I'm making him laugh. I must be a comedy. Give him 6 reasons why we should vote them back. I say, reason number 1. If you see me, us in the brain, I can't find a reason. I feel shame. But you know the conductor will love to explain. It's 24 years, he conducting the train. Happy jobs, if I borrow them fellas' brain. They riding high, and we can't sustain. He said, and I quote, if you put them back there again, no more gravy left on the gravy train. Some the horn, cho-cho. Song the horn, song the horn. Choo choo. Oh, Ebony call me bandit. Well, that nearly start a brawl. I put many train for more, and he have nothing at all. Marshy tell me sit down and wait.
All man's art is about his gravy train. He said nothing on the gravy train. Well, actually, we are waiting to get a link up with Dr. Kishore Shallow. Not even so sure where he is. Last time I spoke to him, he was in California. And I don't know if he's back in St. Vincent. Maybe back. But he promised to be on this morning, 8:35. It's now 8:38. Still waiting to see him popping up on the live.
I feel shame. I tell them after this runs, the conductor son go rain. Like all your asses are sabo, touch the train. Patches say the kingdom must come down when the bell ring. He never see no mess, they have no shame. He said and I quote, Father and Son is the same. No damn gravy left on the gravy train. Song the horn, choo choo. Song the horn is choo choo. Oh, The man age tell me if I didn't know. It's now a comedy country run by a papi show. He say on the train, them fellas smoking too. And you got to show your party cat to get that token. Well, pose I want know. Wait to them, he wonder, is it cooking by the door? Cause the train running off track. And since he did not leave him out inside the mama, all he want know is when cartel coming back. I say, reason number 3. If you see me, I'll sing a prayer. I can't find 3 reasons. Shame a kill me. But you know Silver Fox don't plan the game to convince you to vote the cousin again. People say bear your grind is more labor pain. CP said too much pressure, Christmas not the same. He said and I quote, while the conductor paragon. No flipping gravy left on the gravy train. Song the horn, choo choo. Song the horn, yes true. Come again. Song the horn, choo choo. I say, song the horn, yes true.
St. Vincent long ago was hailed the region strem. Salaries were low, but life was still good then. Then drugs and crime showed up. That one man vowed he'll fix. He asked for 2 full terms. Now he asking for 6. He promised to be tough on drugs and crime. When comes to serious crime, he may say all the time. The toughest man on crime.
Well, it seems there's a no-show with Dr. Shallow. Haven't heard anything from him at all. Normally he would send and say if he can't make it, but he did make arrangement for this morning, 8:35, and we haven't seen him. So we'll still wait a couple of minutes and see, but if not, then we'll have to reschedule this for another time. You listen to Nice Radio. We're taking a little bit of Boney Man. Said St. Vincent need fixing.
30 years ago, no gangsters ruled the tongue, no high maintenance girls, no prostitution. Now we tap the mother chart, 50 plus alone last year. We losing all we youth, does anybody care? With 5 commissioners, 5 full terms in a row. One night, 5 youths gone down. It's time for them to go. Mass murders in town, says the news headline. The toughest man on crime went missing another time. He wants to fix the wall and do it all alone. St. Vincent needs a fix. It's time he fix his own home.
Remember the 29th would be Calypso semifinals on the 29th. So go out and support Calypso. All right? Calypso needs to be kept alive.
Children drank cow's milk with arrowroot and corn. Oh, farmers walk the land, they feed the whole nation. Banana was green gold, the economy was strong. Today when I look around, it pains my heart with grief when I behold the crowds line up for poor relief. Our input bill sky high, 2.5 billion, and X-Book makes me cry, 200 million. We lose the war on drugs, we lose the war on crime. St. Vincent needs a fix, so get rid of them this time. The toughest man on crime seems missing all the time. This Bajan man on crime keeps flashing all the time. We lose the war on drugs, we lose the war on crime. St. Vincent needs a fix, so get rid of them this time.
Just want to let you know, unlike Dr. Shallow, is never not turn up and time on the radio, so something must be wrong because I called his number, no one is answering, and he did not indicate that he was not going to show. But it seemed like we'd have to reschedule because it's now 8:44 and this should have been 8:35. And let's see what would happen. But here is Cleopatra when karma comes.
You think that you're untouchable, but remember, Mr. Karma. Hey, when karma comes, there's no place to run, there's no place to hide. No, 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 no. When karma comes, you're begging everyone to stand by your side. You get to know blind karma and tell no lie. Karma is up when you cry. It comes from the Most High. You get to know blind karma. You can't tell no lie. Karma is up when you cry. Karma is from the Most High. Many folks all up in the church, no love in their hearts. They look at someone with little worth, yes, and tear that person apart, forgetting there's a price to pay for every wrong thing they say, yeah. To think that they could get away, just remember there's judgment day. Oh, when karma comes, there's no place to run, there's no place to hide. No, 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 no. When karma comes, everyone to stand by your side. You get to know blind. You can't tell no lie. Ease up when you cry. It comes from the Most High. You get to know blind. You can't tell no lie. Ease up when you cry. It comes from the Most High. The wickedness you do on this earth is only for a time. All the good people that you hurt, remember, God is seeing them when they cry. You think that you're invincible and you could prevail forever. You think that you're untouchable, but remember, Mr. Karma. Hey, when karma comes, there's no place to run, there's no place to hide. No, 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 no. When karma comes, you're begging everyone to stand by your side. You get to know blind. Karma, you can't tell no lie. Karma is up when you cry. It comes from the Most High. Karma, you get to know blind. Karma, you can't tell no lie. Karma is up when you cry. Karma comes from the Most High. No blind. Karma, you can't tell no lie. Karma is up when you cry. It comes from the Most High. Karma, you get to know blind. Karma, you can't tell no lie. Karma is up when you cry. Karma comes from the Most High.
We are taking you to an evening with the legend.
Okay, well, I tell you what, I just got a note from Dr. Shallow. So something happened. So he asked me if we could do it at 9 o'clock. So we're going to push back Live in Faith and we will do it at 9 o'clock. So Dr. Shallow would be in at 9 o'clock. Okay, so we apologize for that, okay?
9th June. There, the 2025 Calypso semi-finalists will entertain you in fine style. Guest artists on this legendary show will be Beckett, Posa,
I have to agree. You must be think me left me mouth in a me mama.
and the 2024 Calypso Monarch, Madzak. The 2025 Calypso 10 sensation, Pilford Hurst, will also be performing his hit song, Too Rude.
West Indian women, too rude, the way they carnival, they too rude.
There will be a cocktail hour from 6 p.m. Showtime, 7 p.m. Early bird tickets are only $30 at the CDC ticket outlets. It's an evening with the legends. Calypso semifinals on Sunday, 29th June at the cruise ship terminal.
Soundblast Entertainment exclusive rentals. We have LED bars, LED chairs, LED tables, trussing, speakers, and stage available. Bring your event to life with exclusive party rentals. For more information, contact 1-784-493-1361. 1-784-493-1361.
We are taking you to an evening with the legends at the cruise ship terminal on Sunday, 29th June. There, the 2025 Calypso semi-finalists will entertain you in fine style. Guest artists on this legendary show will be Beckett, Posa,
I have to agree. You must be think me left me mouth in a me mama.
and the 2024 Calypso Monarch, Madzak. The 2025 Calypso 10 sensation, Pilford Hurst, will also be performing his hit song, Too Rude.
West Indian women, too rude, the way they carnival, they too rude.
There will be a cocktail hour from 6 p.m. Showtime, 7 p.m. Early bird tickets are only $30 at the CDC ticket outlets. It's an evening with the legends. Calypso semifinals on Sunday, 29th June at the cruise ship terminal.
Flo's prepaid customers can now unlock big bonus rewards like bonus data, prizes, and more every time you activate a 3-day prepaid plan or launcher. Activate a plan, then scratch to reveal your bonus data. Plus, get points for extra prizes. The more you activate, the more bonus data and prizes you can win. Get in on the big bonus rewards when you activate a prepaid plan. Dial star 129 pound or visit topupflow.com to activate a plan today.
Nice Radio's birthday celebration package is brought to you with the compliments of the following.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good. That good. When you shop at Massy Stores. That good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family. Welcome to Subway, where you can always have it your way. My name is Stacy. What can I make for you?
Hey Stacy, I'll have a chicken teriyaki salad. All veggies, please. And for my daughter Naomi, a pizza. Naomi, what would you like to have on your pizza?
Pepperoni bacon.
They've got tomatoes as well.
Pepperoni bacon.
What about some fresh onions, corn, pineapple?
Pepperoni bacon.
Naomi, you can also have olives, jalapeno, extra meat.
Nope, pepperoni bacon.
Stacy, can I have one chicken teriyaki salad, all veggies please, and a pizza with pepperoni and bacon?
You can have it your way.
Come into our uptown or downtown location today or order on your favorite delivery app. Subway, have it your way.
The birthday winner of the week will receive a $20 gift voucher from Massy Stores, a $20 meal voucher from Subway, and free IPTV for 1 month from Vinci Stream.
Nice Radio celebration time. It is the third edition of celebration package here on the Nice. We were supposed to have Dr. Shallow at 8:35, but that got delayed due to circumstances beyond his control, and he asked to reschedule for 9 o'clock. So we're going to push back Living Faith and all of that back to 9:30 so that we could have at least a good half an hour with Dr. Shallow. All right? And so we still have celebration. We have a whole list of people celebrating. If you want to call, 456-5967. You want to send a WhatsApp, call, text, voice note, whatever, 498-3802. The international number is 718-734-5615. Local number 784-456-5967. But we have Lavon Gypsy Phillips, our own Gypsy. She's celebrating today. We wouldn't list Angel of the Morning until tomorrow, but letting you know that we have birthdays back to back, and these two ladies trying to hijack me today. And I think Major is tomorrow too. So I don't know. You might want to, you can sneak over here to come and we'll talk. Or we have artist Dorset celebrating today. We have Denzel Backus, the man with St. Vincent Jewelers jewelry. He's celebrating today. Love to play blues music on the guitar and country and western. Lorna Peter celebrating today. Jamie Linnell Ellis, she's from St. Lucia but lives in Canada. It's a very good friend of mine. I know them from little babies. And my good friend's daughter. Noel Clark in Florida celebrating, living in the Orlando, Central Florida area. We have Luan Jackson in the USA celebrating. A lot of family connections there. Nicole Williams from Nicole's Kids Store. You know where Nicole Kids Store is? She's celebrating her birthday today. If you're going today as a birthday, she might give you a special discount. Alan Doyle in Sanssouci. He is in the music business. You have a little studio out there at Sanssouci, Alan. I hope that you make better music today on your birthday. Monisha Smith of Chateau Bel Air. So Chateau is in the house. And we have Cleda Nichols in the USA celebrate, and Menita Bess of Old Montrose celebrating today. So those are the persons on the list. Stay tuned, stay nice. Remember, 9 o'clock, we should have Dr. Shallow with us. He rescheduled to 9 unavoidably. He couldn't make it at the time that we originally planned, and so all of that happened. All right? So it's what it is. You know how it is when it comes to all these schedules. Sometimes things don't work out the way you expect them to work out. But nevertheless, they say better late than never. All right? What do you say about that? Madzad have a gravy train, and I don't know what he's going to do with that gravy train. But the man, Zangi, he said, my nation. He's singing about his nation.
What have become of SVG, the gem of the Antilles? We have lost our peace and tranquility. Hate spreading like a disease. We used to look out for one another, neighbors and relations with neighbors. We used to live in unity, but now dark forces controlling we. There is no loyalty again. As a patriot, I'm feeling shame. But I believe if we come together to save our blessed country, conquer this stormy weather, together in unity. Come, let us rally round SVG. Let's defend our country. This is our home. This is our home. Let us rally round SVG. It's time to fix the country. This is our home. This is our home. We must stand and fight to make it right. We must rally. We must rally. We must stand and fight. Move from darkness to light. We must rally. We must rally. If we cultivate good values and do the things we're supposed to do, one day for sure, SVG will come shining through. I see some parents neglecting their children, causing them to go astray. And some parents are so delinquent, contributing to moral decay. Children don't attend Sunday school no longer. Violence and disrespect getting stronger. No good morning or good evening. They don't answer when neighbors calling. In days gone by, we used to share and share. But now we selfish and we just don't care. We have abandoned loyalty, principle and truth. I believe one day we will rise again, but we all have to contribute. Come, let us rally round SVG. Let's defend our country. This is our home. This is our home. Let us rally round SVG. It's time to fix the country. This is our home. This is our home. We must stand and fight to make it right. We must rally. We must rally. We must stand and fight. Move from darkness to light. We must rally. We must rally. I believe if we come together and be custodians of peace, we will have a brighter future and our violence will cease. Oh, yo. There's a breakdown in law and order. Murders are on the rise. Drugs are coming in at our open borders, contributing to moral demise. Like we chase Almighty away and invite the devil to stay. We have become heartless and cold. He has consumed our soul. Chaos invade our shores. No, we have no respect for the law.
Okay, all right. Well, I think let's try and make sure we have an audio from Dr. Shadow. Good morning, Doc. You there?
Good morning, Dougie. Good morning to your listeners.
Oh, well, we got audio. We got audio. So that's the most important thing. That we get audio from you. Okay. All right. So, as persons, as you know, you've been waiting. Dr. Shallow is now with us, and avoidedly so he couldn't make it for the schedule 8:35. Circumstances always sometimes get the better of us. And let me say a pleasant good morning to you, Dr. Shallow. How are you doing since we last spoke?
I'm good. I've been doing pretty well, Dougie. I'm happy to hear that the whole of North Leeward is hearing us on nice radio now.
Yes,
So that's certainly a great development.
yes. Well, we're back on track, and you saw some of the texts where the people tell me they were dancing and doing all kinds of things.
Yes, man. Yes, celebrating the return of nice
Yes,
radio to North Leeward.
yes, sir. I am so happy. It's been really a challenge, but people on North Leeward, I wanna. Well, you welcome your boys. So you have to say, you have to first of all greet them before we continue.
Of course. And soon as I'll be around North Leeward. It's just really great. Couple weekends back, I had the opportunity to enjoy some carnival action there. The Juve, um,
Mhm.
DJ Flip Moisture and the Wet Boss. They had a promotion down there called Brunch on the beach, and it was held at Cumberland, and it was fantastic. And just to see, these types of events in North Leeward, these type of events in North Leeward, and how it stimulates the economy. You could only imagine what could really happen to North Leeward when you have, people with ideas and willing to back it with actions and resources coming together. I mean, the future is really bright for North Leeward. The young people are ready to put their hands to the wheel and get the work done and transform the communities there. So, yeah, it's exciting times, Dougie. So far, the traction has been really positive in North Leeward, and I just continue to engage the people because we have a lot of work to do.
Yes, and also we have you have this weekend. You have beach football.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's beach football on Chateau
and so,
Beach.
I think on Sunday, yes.
Yes, yes. So you're gonna have, and you somebody will be crowned the Miss Beach Football Champion of North Leeward.
Yeah. And I mean
Yes.
that in itself is great, and I don't think I haven't heard anyone even commend the association that put together that carnival event. They have been doing some fantastic work over some time now, which is Elron Lewis, who's the president, and his entire committee. They do a lot of work to really strengthen the community spirit, keeping young people engaged positively. You know what that would do if you notice. I mean, the crime rate in North Leeward is really negligible. You have the little petty crimes and sometimes backyard, couple murders. But apart from that, over the years, our record in North Leeward has been fairly good. And, that is credit to people like Elron and others, some of the seniors in the era who continue to ensure, despite the economy struggling there, despite, it's challenging times for them, they're not getting opportunities, high unemployment and so on. The people have been, grounded in the principles and continue to live as one. And, they may have their argument here and there, but generally, living peacefully and in harmony. So that's really great effort from all of those influencers down there who try, all the way up to Chateau and Fitzhughes, who continue to, sort of guide the young people properly.
And he has been involved heavily in the sporting activities and the competitions that have been taking place over a period of time now.
Of course.
Elron.
And Doug, the reason I'm mentioning these things is because, quite often we forget these people who make daily contribution like that. And you wait until you hear of something drastic, a development, somebody to get themselves in trouble, and then we place more emphasis on that as opposed to the people who have been working hard, volunteering really. They've been volunteering, the time to just maintain the fabric, the fundamentals, the basic that we were taught years ago to ensure the upcoming young people, next generation, um, you know, be grounded as well and to continue to develop the community or the constituency despite the limited resources, despite the challenges and the hard laws. Some of the hard laws are deliberately put there by 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 our politicians, the government especially. So I'll give an example. The the, the event that took place at Cumberland, brunch on the beach, you know, because they suspect that the promoter is a supporter of mine. He was being blocked. He was being blocked. All kind of hard laws. The young man went through all kind of frustration, doggy, right? To get the place, to get Cumberland. And so this is why I'm so proud. As I said, despite the challenges, despite the hard lows, plays kind of effort, getting the positive results. It's really, really commendable and heartwarming.
Well, you also had the experience in the hard court somewhere in in the constituency some time ago, trying to get an event going.
In Rosebank, the
Yes.
intention was to have a five-a-side football tournament, um, bringing people from right across the constituency. The intention was to get people from Spring Village all the way up to Rose, all and up to Fitzhughes to participate in this tournament for some significant prize monies. The intention really was to, one, expose people to playing good competitive football, two, generate some revenues while doing it, and also to encourage local service providers, the vendors, and all those people to get involved and get a little change in the pocket as well. But that was blocked. It was blocked at a hard court that has been there without any sort of maintenance upkeep for the last few years, right? You look there and the bush growing over the fence, and the worst part of it, yes, you block Kishore young men who go there in the afternoon and on a little football game too. Because what they did, they put a chain. They put a chain on the gate, so no one had access to the place. I mean, how ignorant, how irresponsible, right? Talk about it and sort of condemn the of it because he was the one who said that he is the chair committee. That was never formed. All of a sudden, it was formed, and they said that we need permission from him and his committee. This is Sports Council who was instructed to say that, right? And blocked us. Up to now, I know hardly any activities taking place because the same young boys and girls who used to go and play there, they had to go and play outside in the road, right? On the road right next to the hard court. And so I'm not sure if they have returned there since. I've passed it a couple of times and the gate was still locked. But then within the last week or so, at least, they removed the chain on the lock and they just have it hanging there. So I guess it is left up to whoever to decide if they want to go. But I suspect that would have been the young men and women would have been discouraged by that action. Hopefully, his damage hasn't too great. Thing, but we are going to still have our tournament in North Leeward, and that is not going to stop us. We are going to have it.
Well, you see, that has always been a problem in St. Vincent and the Grenadines where the politics is so divided. And who has created this division in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? It has been Unity Labour Party. We have never had this type of division that has taken place. After politics, people have their preferences and they go. But since the Unity Labour Party and it got into the system, it has been devastating to communities. And I don't know. The only way we could do that is to really get rid of them for true. You have to get rid of them because why would you lock down a hard court that people just want to go and have some fun? If you want to have an activity, make up your own activity and do it. It's a sad kind of situation. I wanna you're still there with me, right?
Yeah, man, of course.
Okay, yes, okay, because a little your audio had wobbled a little bit a couple of times, so I know sometimes internet is bad. Even coming from the House of Parliament yesterday, we had a lot of trouble getting audio. Sometimes it tells you it's waiting and signal and things like that because the service providers seem to be having difficulties with their data and things like that, and hope we could get that sorted out in this country because you cannot make progress unless you have the platform to support the technology that which you are forced to use based on the interaction with the rest of the world.
Yes.
Now, I want to go back a little bit now about, you are president of the West Indies cricket. Much was said, and they continue to attack you as president of the West Indies cricket and attack West Indies cricket. I've seen the England West Indies women just won a game. Tell me something. I know that we are going through a difficult period, but I'm speaking not from the cricket perspective. I'm speaking from the issue of politics because you are a politician and you wear two hats, president of Cricket West Indies, which saw the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines heavily campaigning against you when you sought re-election as head of Cricket West Indies. Our own Prime Minister went all around the Caribbean. He went on every talk program except Nice Radio. He wouldn't come here. I wish he would have called in on Sports Highlights so I could have challenged him on some issues. But he would never come here. But being head of West Indies cricket, being a politician, we have a prime minister, sitting prime minister, who decide that he is going to seek to destroy youth through West Indies cricket and his echo chambers. Every opportunity they get and something didn't go the way we expect West Indies cricketers to deliver, they blame you. Give us a little synopsis of, again, for those who don't understand, that President Kishore Shadow don't select the team. Give us a little structural synopsis.
Yeah, well, I mean, the only thing I would say to that, in terms of the system and so on. I just repeating myself. I'm not an executive um, president. I'm not an executive chair. Right. I'm the head of a board, and so I am totally eligible to serve in this position as a politician and the president of Cricket West Indies together. That's a fact. It has already been checked and double checked by even the prime minister. And I mean, even with his all-out attack, we would have seen that he was defeated on that mission um, with my unopposed re-election. Right? And he got absolutely no backing from that, Dougie. Absolutely no backing. No backing in St. Vincent and the Grenadines because the intentions, even though they may be supporting him politically on the ground, they much appreciate the fact that they have of intention representing them, right? By and large, that is what we have heard in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And outside of our country, he has also received absolutely no support with regards to that. But but Dougie, let us not stop there because don't forget that I wasn't the only original leader that this prime minister tried to attack. He did so with Timothy Antoine,
Mm-hmm.
the governor of the East Caribbean Central
Yep.
Bank. Another failed attack on a young professional, right? And what it says to me and what people need to understand is that we have an individual who has served countless years, well, we could count the years, 25 as Prime Minister of St. Vincent and Grenadines almost, and at least 2 decades before that, I understand, in politics, being across the region. But, and he has served in some cases well, but he has reached a point in his career, Dougie, where he needs to go home and retire because he keeps making blunder after blunder after blunder. And it is expected. The Prime Minister of St. Vincent and Grenadines is a tired fellow. His mind is tired, he's physically tired, and he's mentally tired. And so these rash decisions that we are seeing here, it's a reflection of that. You know, the problem is that people tend not to know when to move on. And because of some, affiliation over the years, people feel, a sense of empathy, right? Oh, they don't, if you really want to move on. People would glad if he actually gets up tomorrow and say, okay, I'm retiring. I'm telling you that, Dougie, because there are people who have supported him over the years, right? A number of people who have said it is time for him to go home. They don't understand why he doesn't retire, right? But out of blind loyalty, they feel a little bit away. They don't want to be the one to send him home. But that is the reality. And we need to understand that we have to put our country first. When they don't know when to move on, right, we have to do them the favor. We have to do them the favor. And the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is at that point where his obsession with power, his obsession with the privileges that he has enjoyed as Prime Minister, some of it abuse of power actually, right? He doesn't know how to let go. And so he is now in a state of desperation where all he does is attack anyone and anything that he believes is a potential threat to his continued, um, you know, obsession or his continued involvement as the prime minister of this country. And that is the main issue. It is not about somebody who is there with brilliant ideas and see real prospect for St. Vincent. He's the only one that could deliver them. No, this is no longer about St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is about Ralph Gonsalves, his legacy, and his obsession with power. So we have to be conscious of that, Dougie. As a people, we have to be conscious that our future will be in better hands with a change from the current administration and the current prime minister. And the great news is there's a competent team, a very knowledgeable, experienced, and fit for the cause leader in Dr. Godwin Friday. And when you look at his team, all professionals, tremendous experience over the years, who have served in all kind of different capacities across the Caribbean. And they're ready to take the challenge up and to advance our country. And out in my mind at this stage that whenever the election date is called, the people are going to show that sort of support and enthusiasm, optimism that we share, and they're going to put the support behind the NDP to take office. And I guarantee you, it is going to be a transform St. Vincent in a relatively quick time. Because when you look at the policies and the pillars that we have to go along with the competent team, it is absolutely clear that the future will be much brighter and better with the new Democratic Party at this time.
Doc, you seeking to represent a very interesting. Oh, Doc fell out on me there. Oh, hope he could get back in. I know something was happening with the internet. I hope he would get back in soon because I want to engage him in a few other questions. So I guess I will see him coming back in. There seem to be some problems happening with the internet. You could hear his audio wobbling every now and then, and he got knocked out. So I'm waiting for him to get back in so we could ask a couple more questions and sort to get this out of the way. You listen to Nice Radio 96.7, 101.3, 90.3 FM on your dial. And we've been speaking there with Dr. Kishore Shallow, who is the candidate for the New Democratic Party elected to run in the next general elections for the North Leeward constituency. But he is also head of the Cricket West Indies, and that particular platform, they have been trying to attack him on the matter. He's back in. So,
Sorry,
well,
Doc. Some
yes,
technical issue there.
I know that these things happen. You are seeking to represent a very interesting constituency, and within that constituency, from my observation, you have pockets within the constituency, like Spring Village, has particular peculiarities about it, and that is infused with the Cumberland Bay and the capacity to grow tremendously. You have a cricket field down there. You into cricket heavily. You have the northern part where you have serious agriculture up in the hillsides, the Rosal area, even in the Spring Village, they're up inside the valleys. And you have also the potential to grow the tourism industry by leaps and bounds, only if we would have a different approach to what we see there, maintaining also the productive sector that has always been part of the existence and the living culture of that constituency. Being elected, what would you do to enhance that particular constituency in the different facets of development?
And it won't be in isolation, of course, of the overall development and advancement of the country in terms of the plan from the New Democratic Party. But we are going to ground whatever development we are doing there in those four pillars that we have been hearing our representatives campaigning on. One, the agriculture economy sector. Two, tourism, as you mentioned there. Three, the new economy. And four, the blue economy. I'm particularly excited about the new economy, Dougie, because when you look at the young people who are there, it's not that they're not skilled or that they don't want to work, but they just haven't been provided with opportunities. Opportunities for them to be creative. Opportunities that will allow them to not having to pay $10 and $20 per day for transportation to come to Kingston, but where they could actually stay anywhere in North Leeward, even from the comfort of their homes, and deliver services to the rest of the world. Digitalization, technology, and that is why we're pushing the new economy. Whether it is arts, whether it is a different way of education and so on, culture, or just employment, the new economy is going to open up tremendous opportunities that we haven't seen yet in St. Vincent and Grenadines. So we are going to drive that sector. And again, it is not unique to North Leeward because we expect other people across St. Vincent and Grenadines to benefit from this. Tourism. There's so many opportunities in tourism. From the time you reach and you start driving from Garden Yard, going all the way up to Fitzhughes, to Richmond actually. Look at Darkview Falls. Darkview Falls is about 20% of what it should be in terms of potential. 20%,
Yeah.
Doggy, of what it could really be, right? I mean, I don't understand how the government could get this wrong. So just imagine if we put more efforts and more emphasis and resources into developing Darkview Falls. It could be a site, a tourist destination and site for the entire world to come and see and enjoy. Tourism would boost the economy for the people of North Leeward with developments like that. Cumberland, Darkview Falls, Chumkabatom Bay, Shatterbelair Beach, Rosebank Beach, and then you go up to Rosal, right? All that land in Rosal, same Richmond area where the Reno project is wrong there. We still have, even with the Reno project, there's still tremendous opportunities there with land that we could use to strengthen and have a more thriving agriculture sector in North Leeward and throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Because whatever the people of North Leeward enjoy, whatever we enjoy there, it is going to be for the rest of the country as well. Because if the economy is not run, who's benefiting, Doggy? You remember the days when the underground economy was thriving there, marijuana. The rest of the country benefited from that.
It's true.
We actually carry the economy of St. Vincent and Grenadines for a long time. And so the blue economy, you talk about fishing and so on, and then you mentioned sports as well. Cumberland playing field is there, yes. Nice facility. But without lights, you can't achieve anything near the potential of that facility. The one in Fitzhughes, Golden, we can't achieve the potential without lights. So currently there not one lighted facility, proper facility
In the whole of North
in
Leeward.
North. Peterbidel. I grew up playing cricket and Peterbidel playing field. Dougie, I'm sure you covered tournaments at Peterbidel playing
Many
field before.
times. Many times, yeah.
It is one of the best places in the country to play sports, whether it is cricket or basketball, football, because the people from Peterborough, they turn out and they watch
And
and enjoy the cricket and the
in
atmosphere.
numbers. Yeah, have a big
Man, the
turnout. Yeah.
atmosphere is incomparable,
Mm-hmm.
right? That playing field has to be improved. It needs to be grass. And over the years, it has been a simple drainage issue. A simple drainage issue that in 24 years a government can't resolve.
But Kishore, you speaking that right here in Kingston at Sharps, Sharps playing field. Is a drainage issue that mashes up the playing field. And for 25 years they want to put someone there to try to represent again a place that they have neglected for 25 years and tell you they're gonna fix everything.
And let me tell you the problem with that, Dougie. Let me tell you the main issue. Why there are problems like that has persisted for such a long time. You see, when at the forefront of your thoughts, it is only about politics and re-election, then you don't always recruit the right people. Because you don't recruit, it is no way you could be partisan, so divisive, where you split the country in half and you're only giving opportunities to one set of people. You're missing out another half of very competent people who are more than capable of delivering. So I am certain that there are people right in St. Vincent and Grenadines who could resolve those issues,
Mm-hmm.
But primarily because of the fact that you have to be affiliated somewhat, either personally or through party, party support. If you don't find yourself in those two categories, you're not considered in any meaningful way, unless there's absolutely no option. So, under a new Democratic Party that considers all, right? Consider all of intention, regardless of who you support or not. Because remember, Dr. Friday has been championing, along with Major Leacock and our chairman Cummins and the seniors for years, even before me, Patel Matthews, Terrence Olivier, Nature. What they've been saying is that we are going to not take away people's jobs, we are going to create more jobs, better paid jobs, because we are giving all of intentions a chance. And by that, it means that the most competent, right, the people who are capable are going to be getting opportunities on merit. And problems like these, like the drainage in Sharps, that Major Leacock, I'm sure, has been addressing time and time and time again, are in Peterbidel, where Patel would have been begging them over the years to resolve that issue. Just like he has been begging them over the years to fix the road between Spring Village and Cumberland. And we are in the situation we are in now, falling on deaf ears, because we have a political leader, a prime minister, who believes that he alone has all the answers for the entire country. And he has failed to listen to anyone. All right? He has failed to even consider ideas from people, genuine ideas that has nothing to do with politics, but all about people. He has failed because of an obsession to remain in power. And so, again, I ask the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, those electorates, let us relieve this fella of his obsession. Let us allow him to go into retirement, because he's not going to put up his hand and admit that he is tired, He is burnt out, and he's way past his best. Let us do him the favor. And whenever that time comes, support Dr. Friday and his competent team. And Dougie, I am, when I see people like Philip Jackson, Kashaka Cupid, Conroy Huggins, Senator Chevron John, and Brother Israel Bruce, Senator. I mean, all competent people who really and truly, they don't need to go into politics, right? Israel Bruce is one. Israel is a successful attorney across the region. Doesn't need politics, but out of interest to serve his people and to put the country on the right and a more progressive path, he is committing himself, just like all of us, to this change.
You mentioned two things, and I want to bring you to so that we, in the interest of time, you're from a constituency that is has a lot of indigenous people, and likewise, when we speak about indigenous people, we normally look towards the north, windward side where Chevron is and part of Greg's and so forth. But you have a tremendous amount of indigenous people in your constituency. And those people themselves have been neglected. But yet, comes March 14th, you see the Prime Minister speak about the indigenous people as if it's somebody, if it's a grouping that he truly embraces. But he embarrasses them by the fact that he has neglected them so bad and for so long, and yet he takes the accolades of being the champion of their cause. How do you perceive you countering to being a representative in the future? How would you look at those persons' welfare and grant them their just reward?
Well, I know our party has a position on this. Years ago, even going back to, I think was it when Arnim Eustace was leader, Dougie?
Yes.
Correct? Right. And it is not going to change. But I personally, Dougie, and I would have to, obviously, as usual, align myself with the party's ultimate goal. But I am one who believes in just all of intentions, right? All of intentions. And once we serve and do the right thing, once we implement the right policies, all of St. Vincent and the Grenadines are going to benefit significantly.
Yeah, but I didn't
right?
want you to misconstrue why I asked you that particular question. I was really dealing from a historical perspective to preserve our history.
Okay. All right. Now I understand. And that too is critical. And I mean, one, it would be to consult with these people, because the problem is that we can't make decision in isolation of the people. So we first need to consult with the people and find out how they believe it is best to go about, maintaining and ensuring that their legacy lives on, for the legacy of the people and so on. Because, and it comes to culture, I mean, we have to ensure that our future generations are grounded in our culture. Joseph Chatelier, and simple things, Dougie, teaching these things in school, putting these things in school, sensitizing our young people of our history, right? I believe up to this day, Christopher Columbus is still taught in our schools, It's a joke. It is a total joke. So simple things like that. Let us start with the basic, and the basic is putting them in the schools. Let our young people learn about them, so we could grow up learning more about Joseph Chatelier and even Cato and all these others, right? Let us put them in the books, in schools, teach, and then people know, because even after our generation, this current generation of leadership we don't want us to be derailed going forward. All right, so we have to ground it, and to ground it, the best way is to educate our people, our young people, about our history. We consult with those who are still, here with us, and then we implement whatever policies and programs and so on to ensure that they continued existence, whether it's in our memory or otherwise. I lived on, and one of the things about Senator Shepard John, she has really been a champion for this. Almost every time she speaks, you hear her talk about those people, and her guy food in her background, and she's so proud of it, right? I the other day I attended the Indian arrival. What was that ceremony again? At Indian Bay.
Indian Day, yeah.
Yeah, and I actually learned so much from being in attendance day, and and I asked myself why we don't read more about these things. I should have learned those things in schools and throughout my school in Doggy in St. Vincent again. So listen, this has to be something that again we ground in our education system, and then we establish other policies that would help to maintain to ensure that our history is our people are steep in our history, so that we could live on.
You notice I've been focusing on your constituency.
Live on for a long time, even when the current
Your audio
generation of
hold on a minute. Your audio wobbled a little bit, but you notice I've been focusing more a little bit about the constituency that where you're from and so forth. Quickly, the vaccine mandate, that's a vexing issue. And if you listen to the PSU last night, the head of PSU, Mr. Boucher, spoke about the pain and how could we ever forget the pain where the Prime Minister went into some church and talking foolishness about this whole matter. I don't know how much the vaccine mandate affected your constituency as an area. What is the effect that, from your knowledge point, it had on your area?
It has impacted tremendously on people. It has I could think of at least 5 individuals who I know who it's quite sad. For some reason this month we having a lot of technical issues. The network is just not
Yes, I see
consistent
that
at
a
all.
lot of internet. So I tell you, so what we do, let us not continue, and we'll get you another day, because I have 4 other things that I really want to engage you in, and it will take some time, but I want to do that. And now that the people from North Leeward can hear exactly what you have to say, now that we are fully up and running back in the North Leeward area. But so so let's not fight the internet slowness and is giving you trouble. And we will. I want to thank you for being on this morning, even though we had some challenges getting on in time for 8:35. But we will make it where we get it sorted out, and where when everything is in order, that we could get you back here. I want to wish you all the best, and I hope that things would. They see he fell out there. So that was Dr. Shallow. Unfortunately, it was supposed to be an 8:35. Challenges the internet is not working well where he is, and so it's problematic, and that's the problem with technology. So, in because of all the delays and so forth, I had to push back Living Faith. I'm not going to do Living Faith today. I'm just going to play the death announcements, and then we're going to get into the rest of the programming, business news at 10 o'clock, and things like that. So, let me say goodbye. Have a nice day. God bless, and everything else. See you tomorrow.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Your radio is Nice Radio. 101.3, 96.7, 90.3 FM.